Yo, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome back to the podcast, another episode of Caffeine and Green with your man, Connor Cardenas. And per usual, I just want to make sure you guys are heading on over to www.caffeineandgreenroasting.com today to get all of your coffee needs. That's right, we have that Issa blend, which is the crowd favorite. It's the classic, it's the OG, and it's dark chocolate and bold. And we also have the Morning Sesh, which is a single origin Colombia, which is a medium roast. It's very, very nice. And the brand new Notorious Coffee, which is a strawberry, caramel, and black currant with an amazing body. And it's a single origin Costa Rican black honey processed coffee. It's amazing. Guys, grab any of those coffees that I just mentioned. You can also pick up any of the merch, a Sugar Skull mug, a hoodie, a shirt, whatever you guys want. You can get everything over at caffeineandgreenroasting.com today. And also, I wanted to make sure you guys are catching up on all of the old podcasts. So whatever platform you have, whether it's Apple Podcasts, Spotify, whatever, Caffeine and Green Podcast is streaming everywhere. Make sure you're catching up on all the old episodes. All right. My guests today are no strangers to the podcast, and a bunch of them are these are pretty much some of my best friends, if not my best friends. Period. I'm talking about Raul Lopez, a.k.a. Ray. And, I'm talking about Hodge, Kurt Hodge, and Dermbot, Dimetrus Collins. These are some of my best friends, and what better way to end 2021 than a couple drinks, a bunch of laughs, and just good times with some amazing friends. Without further ado, my guys, Raul Lopez, Kurt Hodge, Dimetrus Collins. This your time to shine, homies. Let's go! Caffeine and Green. It's your boy Connor. What's good? Good. Caffeine and Green.
We got a hot mic.
And we're live. Boys, it is the end of the year podcast. 2021 has come to a close. And I have, in the house tonight, I have Kurt Hodge, I have Dimetrus Collins, and I have Raul Lopez, also a.k.a. Ray, a.k.a. Baby Dick. That's right.
Listen up here, little baby gerbil nuts.
I heard he was the girth guy.
Thank you. Thank you, Derm.
Oh my goodness. Anyways. Cheers, boys. Let's get a little cheers here.
Cheers.
End of 2021. Thank you so much for coming through to the podcast tonight, gentlemen. Fuck yeah. We got Bo in the house too. Bo, come and say what up on the mic. Bo, come here. Can you speaking of the mic, bro? Say something. Say something to the mic. All right.
He's
all right.
All lips and tone.
Dude. All right. But boys, the reason I wanted to have you on is every year we have had an end of the year podcast. Now it's been 3 years. The podcast's been going. So it's the third end of the year podcast.
Fuck, really?
Dude, yeah.
Third.
Congratulations, dude.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Good work.
Thank you. And you guys have all been on, Hodge and Derm were both in the original top 10. Ray, you took a little bit to get there. Your first one was end of the year podcast 2019 with Bryn and Derm.
Oh, that was fun, though.
Dude, that was a good time.
I had to slide out early, and it was a disaster when I left. I think about that night all the time. It's really bad.
I don't even remember the last one we did. I blacked out, mid-podcast, I
think. Dude, no, you definitely did. I think one of the last ones you were on was when...
My buddy told me to listen to it. I was just, screaming.
Dude, I think you were Dude, when was the last one you were on? I don't even remember. Oh, no, it was with Derm and Shay.
And Shay, yeah.
Oh, you definitely got a little wild at Steel Mill. We had to cut out
that's right. We were at Steel Mill.
We had to cut out 8 minutes of that podcast because Derm was just going off the deep end with what he was saying.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that now too.
Was that last year or this year?
I'm glad you cut that out. Thanks.
I definitely got your back. Don't worry about it.
I don't remember when that was.
Dude, yeah, fuck.
I'll be on my best behavior this time.
Dude, it's okay. whether or not, it's gonna be fine. Same. But I want to know is we'll start with because Ray, I live with him, so I know what's been going on in his life. But Derm, we'll start with you because Well, how was the rest of your year? How was 2021? Anything tight happen?
A lot of cool stuff on my days off happened here and there, like going to sports events before this COVID stuff or Omicron or whatever has all started back up. But no, just a lot of work. My line of business in the sales department of the skateboard world. The holidays are very busy, so I spent a lot of time just doing a lot of work and just going home and taking it easy. Haven't been skating as much because it's been getting dark early and work's been pretty draining. It's pretty normal with this time of year, so been taking it easy. But fully adapted to moving into my place that I moved into over the summer.
That's right. You got your own apartment now, son?
Yeah,
Killing the game.
I live alone for the first time in my life. It's very cool. I can never go back now. No, I got a really cute place. It's been dope adapting. I've been liking the adaptation of going from having roommates and living with girlfriends and friends and whatever, couch tour, to having to like step that up and do all that stuff. It's been good. And just busy with the holidays for work, so just work and sleep just for the time being. But once springtime hits, I'll be skating a lot more. And actually, on Sundays, I'll skate up with Kurt usually. I'll try to link up with him.
On Zero Sundays?
Zero Sundays, yeah. I link up with those guys as much as I can. They come down to SD a lot.
I try to make it on those sessions as much as I can.
Yeah, right. Whenever Kurt's on him, he's pretty good at hitting me up, and then if he hits me up, I'll drop everything to go meet up with him. Even if I'm not skating the spot, it's just good to be out and just good to be there and skate with like dudes like Chris Cole and Dane Berman. You know what I mean? Like who are like friends of mine now, which is normal, but still, I'm still that 13-year-old kid who's like, holy shit, you're Chris Cole. But
dude, hold on. Let's talk about this for a second. If Chris listened to this, I apologize ahead of time. But when we all hung out that one night after Ruben's show, and like we went to your house, and then Chris called him, and I was in his house. And I was
dude,
just chilling
Kurt
there.
came in my house screaming. It was so gnarly. It was so sick.
Dude,
he's all whoa. I share this house with so many people. It's so sick.
Dude, but like when Chris called you and was like, "Hey, are people coming to your house?" And you're like, "Yeah, just come through." And then he all showed up. It was Ben Cano, Hodge, Melly, and
Shout out Ben Cano.
Yeah, he just texted me. Shout out Bencano. That's what's up.
and Chris Cole walks up behind him, and like, but before that, you had got off the phone and you were like, "Dude, Chris Cole just called me." I was like, "Whoa." That was crazy. We're grown ass men, but like trip out still, because like just like you said, that 13-year-old self is like, oh shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it never leaves. And actually, just over the last weekend when I was hanging out with her, actually just skating with him and all those dudes, just a couple days back, we had the same conversation. Kurt and I just talking about like our lives are so crazy. Like,
He called me to go bowling. I was like, oh, maybe next time.
yeah, Chris Cole
It's like, Cole just hit me up to go bowling.
I picked up Kurt.
I told him no.
Yeah, we had a House of Vista Christmas party. So I picked up Kurt on my way up there. He says it's just perfect. And on the way, he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to this Christmas party. Maybe next time." And then when he gets off the phone, he's like, "Dude, our lives are so crazy." You know what I mean? He's like, Chris Cole just called me, and I just blew him off. Like he invited me to go bowling, and I told him no. Weird. Like,
that was the most embarrassing moment of my entire life, I will definitely say, skateboarding wise, in terms of like, because when Chris came, we all ended up getting a little loose and everything. We're having fun. And then at some point you were like, we were talking about his parts, and we're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. He's like, no, don't watch my parts. And then you're like, you know what? Let's put on Kano's parts. And then you fucking showed him my animal style parts from like 1, 2, and maybe 3. But then I was like, oh my God, Chris Cole is just critiquing my skate. Like, yeah, one of the tricks, like, nah, that one wasn't good. It was just like, oh. But then like the other one, he's like, no, that was tight. And like, I was just like, God damn. And then he left, and I was like, I kind of got roasted a little bit by Chris Cole. But then at the same time, as soon as he left, we watched like Ride the Sky and like
as soon as he left, I remember that. I told him all about that. Dude. You know what? He's actually like so normal to be around. He's such a good sport about like the whole fan out thing in public places, because people recognize him everywhere. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like you'll go so many places, and I mean, Kurt can tell you a million times more than I can.
Smitty's. Some Vata will just come up and be like, "You Chris Cole? I'll buy you a beer." I'm like, fucking sick.
Yeah.
Like, dude, yes.
I hang out with him once a week, but Kurt can tell you everything. But yeah, when I'm with him, like dudes at like events or anywhere, you're just walking on the sidewalk and people just recognize him, and it's cool. But like, he's so normal, and he's such a critic about skating. He's such a skate nerd, and like, he's just one of us, you know? And it's like, once you get past that, it's so normal being friends with all these like pro skaters and all that stuff, because when you think about it, they're just kids that were in high school that loved to skate just like you, that were just good at it. And you just, we watch them instead of us. You know what I mean?
But he's like really
So
good.
good.
At it.
Oh, he's different.
like-
He's a little
like-
different. I'm talking generally speaking, but like he's special, obviously. But
He's like Costin. He just gets better with time.
yeah, he's aging like a fine wine. He's great. But yeah, not so much skating, but soon I'll be skating more. Real quick though, I did hear Chris LaRue is coming out with a part soon, and I need to get a trick for that. So
Dude,
I do
shout
have to
out Chris
skate.
Dude, I've been trying to get Chris on the show for some time now.
I'm
trying to get Chris on here. I told Andy Mack that if Andy Mack came back, he had to bring Chris LaRue, and he's like, I'm down.
That'd be sick.
That'd be really
that'd be a
cool.
good
I'd be
one.
into that one. Oh man, that'd be so cool.
Dude, somebody I ran into, I was walking down, I don't know that street. Oh, University. I was walking down University, random as fuck, and then I look up, and right where I was at, I was like, oh, it's Baja Betty's. And I was like, hey, I think my homie Andy works here. And so I walked in with my friend, and sure enough, Andy was right behind the bar. I was like, yo, what's pop? And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And then he gave us like a couple drinks, and he liquored me up pretty tough. I was like, and he just like comped it. And I was like, damn, Andy,
Wow.
you're
Yep.
such a G.
Andy's
Yeah,
the
same
coolest.
experience.
Oh man,
Dude.
Yep.
I was driving home or to the bank or something through Hillcrest, and then all of a sudden, this was last year, during the whole Black Lives Matter movement, like literally the civil rights movement, like 1964.
Of 2020.
I didn't know this was going on. I was just going in that direction, and there's like a huge block up of like people just like running the streets in a protest, and I randomly like hit a U-turn, and in the middle of the U-turn was one person like blocking all the traffic with a big rainbow flag, like yelling at every car, "Fuck you, fuck the world, this whole shit's going to shit." And it was Andy. And he came up to my truck.
Yes.
Just when I got my truck too, and I just got my truck, he came up to it and like hopped on my like a driver's side door window. My window was all the way down. I was like, "Holy shit, Andy, that's you! Holy shit!" And he's all, "Oh yeah, Durham, fuck yeah, fuck yeah." And then like just a couple weeks later, we turned pro. It was cool.
Dude, so he was just like all hyped as fuck
Dude,
to see
he
you,
was
but then
going
turns
off.
around, fuck you, dude!
It was right underneath the like. There's a big rainbow flag in Hillcrest, or it's like a super rainbow flag now with like the triangle with all the colors, LGBTQ,
There's a
and the rainbow.
triangle in the flag now?
There's so many colors. It's sick.
Okay.
Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah.
It's like that times a million. It's like all the LGBTQ and the rainbow flag mixed all in this like one super huge flag in the middle of North Park or Hillcrest. It was right in the big intersection of that, and Andy was going off, blocking all the cars. It was so cool. It was so cool.
It's punk rock.
It was really metal. It was so sick.
That's so sick.
Damn. Well, dude, also tell me about this, like, because for people who don't know who you are, I mean, if new listeners, you work for Tumyeto, but that's a like Foundations, Toy Machine, Pig Wheels. Who else?
That's it. Yeah, those three brands. I'm the sales rep for the whole United States for Tumyeto, and
But
under
you-
that umbrella is those three brands.
You are like skate famous now because you were just in the end of you were in the credits in the Toy Machine video, the newest
I
one.
saw your name.
It said
Oh.
Derm.
Synced it.
It says
R.I.P. to your regular name.
That's right. No one knows my real name. Demetrus is my real name.
So good.
Yeah, I've been working for Toy Machine and Foundation and Pig or Tumyeto for 7.5 years. It's been awesome. It's my dream come true. It's
7.5 years.
Yeah,
God
7.5 years, yeah.
damn, son.
it's literally dream come true stuff. Ever since I was a kid, this is all I ever wanted to be. Like, if you could be anything when you grow up, it'd be this type thing. You'd pick pro skater, but like,
Obviously.
there's different avenues of that same genre if you go down the road. So
I mean, you're pretty much a pro skater. I've been watching your tricks.
I need to get back on it, dude. I'm like up 10 pounds. It's wild.
You gained 10 pounds?
Dude, I weighed
Where?
myself
Yeah.
this
like,
morning.
what are you, 150?
158. I freaked out.
Shut the fuck up.
I
You are not.
freaked out.
Are you doing push-ups? Quit playing.
I've been curling actually, and like doing like obviously it's been leg day for the last 20 something years. You know what I mean?
Every day.
Every day was leg day, but I've never worked on my arms, and I have been working on my arms, but I've never been this heavy, and I'm like, am I getting fat because I haven't been skating and like playing video
You
games,
drink
or like,
a lot.
do I?
Quite a bit. Every time I go out drinking now, you're the person I call.
That's not a lot. That's not true, because you went out drinking last night and came over to my house after you went
that's
drinking.
right.
And when you got to my house, I cooked you dinner, and I didn't even have any alcoholic beverages in
That's
my
right.
fridge.
You didn't. That's right. Okay.
But
That's one time though.
you
That's
spend
my
a
house.
good amount of time at Livewire.
That's a good example.
We do know this.
I
We've
frequent
definitely had
And
a
we're
lot
not
of
right
talking about
there.
we're not talking about a 30-minute hangout. We're talking about shutting the place down on a regular, right?
You know, Livewire is a cool place. They used to let me in there when I was like 19 and 20, and now I'm 21 and up, so I get to go in there whenever I want. It's just a familiar bar. I grew up right here, and it's a skater bar. It's literally a Tumyeto bar. It used to be like,
It's a Route 44 bar, say.
yeah, Route 44. And
The OG Route 44.
it used to be like Todd Swank and Corey Duffel and Leo Romero would hang out there all the time.
What?
Even when he was like, when Leo was like 16, he would go in there and like hang out.
Damn. That's pretty tough.
That's how cool he was.
How
already.
how old is Leo Romero now?
He just turned 35. No, he just turned 35. Just turned
And he's
35.
still getting down on rails that gnarly?
Just turned 35 last month, and
He's so
he
nuts.
skates like he's 16 for real.
That's
Did you see that shootout? The shootout to like
Yeah.
El Toro that he
Yeah.
grinded?
It
Oh
was-
my god, dude! It was so gnarly.
That new Toy Machine video was fucked. How long did it take for them to film that? 'Cause you guys put out a video like last year too, right? Or like even before in the beginning of this year.
You know what? Just to circle back to the main question, the video stuff has been transforming, and Toy Machine is a legacy brand. It's been around forever, and we're like one of those brands that makes full lengths, you know, like 30, 45-minute videos. And we're still learning how to adapt to the 15, 20-minute stuff. And it was good with like Jeremy Lee Abres re-education, but it's never hit the mark like this new one has. This new one hit the mark perfectly. It's been great with the new video. Miles turning pro, Deshaun being on the team.
Dude, Deshaun is
I know.
so
Love
good.
that guy.
And then we usually, COVID uplifted and we can start tours and teams can go on trips and stuff for the last, 10 months or so. Like almost a year, give or take, whatever. As soon as the gates opened for that stuff, we sent all our dudes out and they took the van. They've been gone 200 plus days. So they could film videos in a summer if they're diligent, you know. We put out 2.5 videos with the independent one. So
Dude, well, that was another thing too. Is that like I think you've definitely been on the podcast since you went to North Carolina, but one of the last, what company does Jaws skate for? Is that Foundation?
Birdhouse.
Birdhouse. You saw him do that kickflip melon though, right?
Yeah, he was just on the trip because
crazy one?
he grew up with Dakota, and Dakota goes on every trip, whether it's Toy Machine or Foundation. It's just Tumyeto. He goes on every time. And Jaws is just the sickest. I don't know if you hung out with Jaws?
Yeah, he's sick.
He's the
he's
sickest. Jaws is the sickest. He just tagged along on the trip because he's cool, you know. And
What is it like to witness? I mean, like this is definitely going to go towards Hodge too, but for you, you know all these dudes, and then you get to watch them skate like in real life. Like it's a fucking real life video game in front of you.
I'm definitely gonna pass this whole thing on to Hodge because he's a photographer now for everybody. He's does it all. So
Dude, yeah. Okay, well then Hodge, question directed at you. For you, sir, end of your year, you've had you guys just did the new Zero video called Damn It All, right?
no painkiller.
Oh, Painkiller. Fuck. Sorry. Painkiller was your latest video.
Those dudes produce fucking clips. I'll tell you what.
Hodge had
was like
last
2 years.
part
Kurt Hodge had the last part
in the
in
new
a Zero video.
Yes.
And he has a board with his name on it.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Where?
Somewhere.
In my house? What do you mean?
What the
It was a
fuck?
while ago.
Wait. What?
This is when we were with Dwindle.
He's pro.
They made
You're
it.
pro now? Dude, we didn't have a GoPro party. What the
He's
fuck?
like I did.
Every time celebrate every time.
Every day is a pro party.
Well, in that case, then Hodge. So the question, so for people who don't know you again, you are the team manager of Zero Skateboards,
Correct.
another legacy brand. Your boss is Jamie Thomas, and you, sir, drive the van. You drive the van every fucking time I've ever seen it. Like you're going to this trip. When I FaceTimed you yesterday to get you on the podcast, you were like, I just pulled up to UCI. I literally get off the fucking get off the phone or whatever, and I just looked at Ray Ray and I was like, this fool's just doing pro skater shit. You're just fucking going to UCI. Like, you already know that whoever you're going with on Zero, like, it's about to be gnarly as fuck.
Yeah, it was pretty sick. It was Burley, Brandon Burley, one of the new guys. He's in that Painkiller video.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's bug. He's out of Orange County, San Clemente, one of those. I don't know. Just up there. He's sick though.
Dude, what's it like to question that I asked Erm? What's it like to witness all this gnarly ass skating going down? Because most of the time you're not actually watching it like just with your own two eyes. You're either filming or you're doing photography.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's mind melting, of course. And then to be able to shoot the photos, like if you nail the photo, I'm hyped. I get to sell it to Thrasher and then capture that little moment.
Dude,
super sick.
did you think, when you were back at Black Box just doing like warehouse shit that your
Fuck no, I
career-
had no plan.
no plan. You didn't know your career was going to go this
Oh
way.
my
I
God.
had nothing. Yeah, I was just like, got a job? Fuck yeah, let's go. It was still late.
Every day was a new day. It was day one.
It worked
every
out.
day.
It definitely worked out. I mean, you also just had another big part of your year. You had an entire article in Thrasher.
Oh yeah, I was hyped. Let's
Words by
get good
Hodge,
payday.
photos by Hodge.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Dude, what does that feel like? Your playing is so cool right now, but like, damn.
Well, I don't know what to say. Yeah, I love it, obviously. Like Derm said, it's fucking little kid, like you can never even imagine type shit. And our lives just keep getting cooler somehow. But just works out, I don't know. But yeah, to see like, when you get like contributing writer credit in the beginning of Thrasher, that one was like real fucking cool to me.
Damn.
And then to have it like, by me, art by Foss. I don't know. Like all that shit's fucking sick.
Damn. Do you get to pick the team now? Like being the team manager, or is like how do new writers come to the team?
No, I'm like a figurehead.
public figure
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Instagram. There you go.
So, I mean, it all comes down to Jamie. Obviously, I'll like have a lot of say in who we want or whatever. And then also Dane Berman is like the chopping block for a lot of people.
Really? Why is that? Is he just because like he's the
just
OG? Or
straightforward.
like,
He's straightforward. He knows what Zero is and should be like, and he doesn't fuck around. He's like the most professional skater I probably know.
really even more than Chris.
Oh yeah.
There's one on every team. There's one. Leo's the same way, where he's like, we're not drinking beers until everybody gets clips. You can't drink a beer until you get a clip.
Oh, thank goodness.
You can't like
Whoa.
I mean, you see the skate videos and you
like
just assume everyone's
get a
fucked
clip in
up
every
all
city
day.
we go to, skate every spot you get at the van, like get out of the van, skate the spot we're at, like do board slide it, ollie it, like just get out and do something on it every time. That way you get like tried. Because after you do the board slide or the ollie, you're like, maybe I can backsplit this. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's the gnarliest thing? Okay, actually, before I ask you that, when Reggie tried to kickflip into or what did he try?
Frontside flip.
Front side. flip.
Poway?
Yeah,
Oh, that clip is
That
buck.
was so fucked up.
that's so fucked up, dude. Dude, what's crazy about that clip is that I don't remember who I was with, but we ended up watching like every trick that was done into Poway, because like that kid Zane Zimmerman who passed away.
Zane Timpson.
Zane Timpson, sorry. I was thinking another song. But Zane Timpson did like the
Front 180.
Yeah, front 180. Dude, Willie kickflipped into it and
Like 30
somebody
years ago.
Yeah, and like somebody filmed it so bad. It was so close that it's like it's not even show how gnarly that kickflip
Yeah,
really
That's
was.
mouse.
Was that Mouse?
It had to be, right?
Yeah.
Dude, it was so bad.
Mossberg, not
Yes.
Mouse Grip.
Oh, I was about to say, like,
Yeah.
damn, really? But like there's that, then there's the half cab by Slash, right?
No, that was Frex.
Frex.
And then DeCola did the dump truck.
Oh, it was Frex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the dump truck was fucked too.
That thing is gnarly.
Dude, I can't even understand that. But like, and then when I saw him try to frontside flip it, it was like, dude, it was the worst fall.
Yeah, he like landed with his foot on the bank and like hyper extended his knee and then like sprung him like and flipped him forward. I don't know, it was weird.
So crazy.
It's not a skate spot.
It's not.
Let's just be honest.
Like, dude, the fact that dude could do that. I mean, did he get close before that?
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, he's put like one or two down, I think, and just like
Got like
Tried to ride it
checked.
out.
yeah. Just kinda,
Dude, that's so fucking gnarly. What was the gnarliest clip that you filmed or took a photo of for the video for Painkiller?
I don't think I filmed anything. Actually,
Really?
at the premiere, that clip of Vinny running across the pool at the end. I filmed that.
Yes.
That was the only clip.
Nice.
Photo wise, I don't know. I mean, probably Kanan Slam. You know,
You took that photo?
I took that photo.
Oh shit!
And it was like the cover of the video and the tickets and shit. And then he just won fucking $10,000 on some Instagram
$10K.
For what?
for that fucking slam.
There's
What?
Slam of the Year.
Slam of the
I
year,
just
yeah.
saw it,
A lot of cause or something.
Dude, 10 grand?
Yeah.
That's the best slam you've ever taken, bro. Straight up. Like, goddamn.
Oh
He
my
literally
cut.
dies at the bottom. It's amazing.
Dude, he
Kanan's
landed on his
amazing.
feet and slid forward, and then he
Yeah.
slid on his face.
Yeah, he just worms forward.
Dude.
Then he just dies.
Did he just how long did he lay there for?
A couple seconds. I don't know.
I feel like he
we
was
were
laughing.
we were quiet and then his brother Dalton was there, and he was the one that was like, fuck, and ran over to him.
He's like, "You good?" And he's like, "I'm fine."
Yeah, pretty much. He just was exhausted and just gave up on the fall and laid there on his face. I don't know. I just kept clicking away.
So cool.
Just had a dead body photo at the bottom of that thing.
What's crazy is when Kurt and I first started working at Black Box together, and skating together before that and just being friends and stuff. Kurt has with the animal style stuff.
Yeah.
Kurt was never the skate nerd guy. He never knew any song to any video or who did this or that. He never examined the magazine type dude. But now he's shooting all that shit, and he is such a skate nerd and knows all of it now, and it's so mind blowing, and it's so cool. It's so cool to watch because
I still
obvious-
suck at the song game.
the song game isn't
lot better.
easy. It gets harder with age and time. But yeah, it's so cool to watch since we've all been here the whole time, and he's just our friend. He's just Kurt
Yeah,
to
just
us. You know,
fucking
he's Hodge.
Hodge.
He's literally
Just
Hodge. He's
Hodge.
not Kurt. He's he's just Hodge. And he's he has all this celebrity towards him, and he's a real dude in the skate industry. It's really fucking sick to see. And I'm like, damn, dude, that's fucking
Thanks,
so
guys.
cool.
Damn. Okay. Well, we can get back to that in a second. But okay, so Ray, you're lame.
Wow.
Dude, no, this is all day. This
I
is
just
literally.
don't work. I just don't work for a cool skate.
This is
I'm
just
sorry, guys.
no, but it's all day. I just talk shit
Works
to
in
Ray
the
Ray
jungle.
all day.
That room is amazing.
Dude, his room is super green. It's insane. I came into the house one day. Did you see his lights? He has lights for his plants that don't catch light.
Wait,
So-
what?
dude,
Lights?
they're
There's some
solar.
LED grow lights.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
LED grow
Thank
lights.
you. Thank you, Raul.
I got
He didn't
you.
tell me he had them, and I went in his room and his stuff wasn't here one time, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I opened the room and I was kind of scared, somebody's just hanging out in the room. And then I open it up and there's all these fucking grow lights in the room. I'm like, oh my god, this fucking guy, dude. But Ray, how was your 2021?
Dude, it was pretty tight actually. I mean, I was still kind of traveling. My company went remote in 2020, and I just started kind of traveling with another buddy of ours, Beta.
Beta, shout out Beta Yang.
You Beta. We just spend kind of week at a time wherever we wanted. We went to Mexico a lot. Went to Mexico with Kano
Mexico's
as
the
well.
best.
Me and Beta spent 10 days in Cabo, came back, and then spent a weekend with you in Ensenada.
Ensenada, yep.
Yeah, we can't get away from it. So,
That was tight as fuck.
yeah, no, 2021 was pretty cool. Just kind of continued traveling as long as I could till I went back to the office. And, from there, just continue to hustle.
Continue to hustle. What the fuck is? What is it called? CMS. CMS. Is that your fucking? What do you?
What is it called?
RMS.
Oh.
That's what it's called. It's an acronym. It's a fucking for your business, right? That's what it's called. RMS.
Yeah, it's a software company.
It's a software company. He works in tech.
Yeah.
What's it like in there, in the tech world?
I mean, I guess you're kind of exposed to a world that people definitely deal with every day, right? We're constantly on our phones and all that good stuff, using all sorts of applications, which are, software. And you just kind of get, a bit more granular with that product. You get to kind of see the back end and how things come together and how technology really drives software and technology. So it's, it can get technical. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. But for me, it's a lot of fun because of how challenging it can be all the time on a daily basis.
Okay, can I ask a question
Yeah.
to Raul?
Yeah.
Dude, this is for everybody. I'm not hosting the show.
Okay, say it's Tuesday.
Okay.
Say
Wednesday.
it's 10:36 a.m. What are you looking at?
By 10:36 a.m. Well, what I do for my software company is I work in product support.
Okay.
So I manage the North America team. So we look over clients in Canada, the U.S., and Mexico. And basically what I'm doing all day is I'm looking at support tickets that come through. So I'm basically managing issues that are being reported by our users.
Okay.
I'm vetting all the issues. So basically any issue that gets reported, I'm seeing. So first thing I do is I go over it. I kind of I mock it up as far as grading it and difficulty of the issue that's being reported.
And priority and stuff.
Yeah, I prioritize it, and then what I do is I begin to allocate it to my frontline support team, so that they can work through the issue, investigate, and provide a solution. And then I just kind of manage those individuals, their performance throughout the day, to ensure that they're meeting KPIs and hitting our department goals. And then I just provide a lot of coaching, counseling, and training to not only end users but our team as a whole.
That's so sick. That sounds tech. That's
It's very technical. Very
Tech
technical.
support.
I mean, it's not like you have my type of job where you could just run around on Instagram all day and put out what you're doing. You know what I mean? It's pretty easy to understand what I do. I'm like running around a warehouse, buy the skateboard, people buy it, work's done. So
Yeah, more
so-
people relate to what you're doing than what I'm doing.
exactly, and more people can just understand what I'm doing, even if they can't relate to it. You know what I mean? It's
Sure.
it's just pretty normal.
Yeah, mine's not really exciting unless you kind of want to geek out on the product.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to understand like what's a workday like in the tech world. You know what I mean? Like, what are you doing at that time, and like what's that like on the
Yeah,
other
it's
side?
Also, a lot of shit talking going on
So-
just between his local environment.
So yeah, I'm dealing with this guy all day, but primarily I'm problem solving, and that's what I'm doing. Basically, everything that comes at me is in some way, shape, or form an issue, right, or a blocker for somebody. So I'm finding a way forward.
I see. That's a big responsibility. You're like,
He has like an 8:30 call every morning, and he's like, "Hey, how are we doing, team?"
oh,
and he's
what?
like,
Can I do this?
"Dude, what?
Can I do this?
What?
Can I do that?
Yeah,
Twist up.
there's another tray down there. There's
We can roll
more
one.
papers.
Can we?
Yeah, rolling up.
Roll one for sure.
Yeah.
I was just packing the bowls. That's all it is.
I'm not much of a pipe smoker, honestly.
I honestly am not. I'm the same.
Oh,
Bongs.
But
That's
if
why I
but
told you to bring. That's why I told you to bring your bong.
Bring-
Bring your fucking bong.
Bring the bong.
I skated here. I skated here. I'm sorry.
Oh, he has a bubbler right there.
No, I'm down to rolling up. That's it.
No.
No,
Let's-
but,
let's-
like,
let's-
no, I'll roll it up. I'll roll it up. You
No.
talk.
I'll talk and roll. This will
Dude,
take
you're
2
in the
minutes.
house. This is house rules, son. Like what? What are you talking
dude,
about?
just let Connor
You
roll
know-
one.
You know how I roll. You see me rolling when we were. Remember
Derm's
when we were
better at
22,
rolling.
23 dude.
Okay, you guys can't really see what's happening here, but I'm offering to roll our next spliff, and Kano is denying me
Joint.
because he was about to pack a bowl and
Spliff.
No
pipe.
tobacco.
Come on.
I'm tired of you guys.
Not
yeah,
the house.
yeah,
Not
spliff.
the
What the
house.
fuck? It
You
better
gotta
be a
go
spliff.
outside to smoke a spliff.
Dude, we can't.
I will go to
That's
my
fine.
house if we have to smoke a
bring
spliff.
'em.
No,
Bring
you
the
can
mics.
smoke a split.
No,
but
what I'm
just-
saying is we're on the podcast.
No, this is part of the podcast. This is part of it. I'm like speaking into the
So
mic
But
deliberately.
I also wanted.
So-
I had an idea that
just-
I wanted to do something. I wanted to actually because we have the TV behind us.
Weed's
I wanted
legal,
to,
dude.
Like, watch.
I was gonna put
some
on
of the-
skate videos.
I was
to be
saying we should
honest.
put on like a skate video, like one of the Zero ones or a Twin Machine one.
Nah.
And then like watch it. And, like
That just
fucking-
turns into what's that?
The 9 Club.
Yeah, 9 Club.
Nah.
The
Nine
Noin Club. Have you seen the Noin Club?
Dude,
Knowing
it's
Club?
so good. It's
They
so
take
good.
they take like an episode of the 9 Club and they cut it up to all these like random words or whatever. So the whole like interview seems like
They just take everything out of context.
it's super out of context, super weird. They'll like
Man.
ask a dude a question and he's all fuck this or something.
Like, this is so awkward. Like, yeah, it really is. I don't even know why I'm here. I should go skate right now. Like,
It's pretty genius.
dun, dun, dun,
There's the
dun,
fucking.
dun, dun.
Have you seen my switch flip manual? That's what he says, right? Is that what it was? The fucking switch flip.
You had to have seen this. It's a really good Instagram. If you don't know about it, follow.
I definitely
Once you
know
find
about
out about it, you'll like totally watch every video on their Instagram.
Yeah,
Shout out the
only
Noin
Instagram.
Club. Shout out Noin Club.
dude. But yeah. So
So I'm rolling this, right?
Yeah, do it.
fine. Go ahead. Hold on. Let me get it for you real quick. There. Is there paper? There's a thing here too. Sorry.
Remember
Here.
that video of Biron looking in the 30G strip at the end?
There we go. Sorry, it's dead air right there. Dude.
I don't.
Okay. Right now, favorite moment of 2021. Everybody. I don't care. Who wants to start it?
Not me.
Oh, it's not a single moment. It's more like just how much skating
Okay,
has
go
happened
ahead.
in
Your
2021.
favorite thing of 2021, Riri?
Skating with all the homies, man.
There's
And
some
more
pretty sick
importantly,
skating going on.
skating with Bo on the regs.
Bo.
This guy's my ride or die.
Bo's pretty tough. What
I
about
went
you,
to
Hodge?
Kane and Dern's house. That was really fun. We ziplined off his roof, and he has like a whole skate park in his backyard. That was a lot of fun.
Is that in Florida? When you were in like Florida or something,
Yeah,
right?
Florida.
Dude, fucking Florida. What's that place
You
like?
should have gone last.
That
Florida's
was pretty,
tight.
that was pretty cool though.
What's it
I moved out.
Dude. Well, what was like
pretty
the
dope though.
what?
Moving out on your own.
It is.
Oh,
Darren's
dude,
got
that's
a cool little
super
spot
sick.
too.
No, the best day
I'm a
was
big
actually
fan.
Father's Day.
Ooh, talk about that.
On Father's Day, a couple days before Father's Day, I scored some Padre tickets from Livewire Bar, which I will be attending later tonight as soon as this interview is over.
They need to sponsor
Shout
this
out
podcast.
Livewire. They sponsor me. They need to sponsor this podcast for sure. Anyways, they had an Instagram contest. And I like played the game, ended up winning the 2 Padre tickets. It was just days before Father's Day, and I surprised my dad. I was like, "Hey, Dad, it's Father's Day." It was like 8 in the morning because he gets up at like 4:35 or 5. He's
My dad too. Old people are weird.
they're so weird, dude. They're so weird. Anyways, he gets up super early, so I called him at like 8 in the morning. I'm like, "Dad, I got Padre tickets to the game at 3 o'clock. Like, let's go." And he's like, "I ain't going to no Padre game." I'm like, "It's Father's Day. Me and you, just me and you, nobody else." He's like, "Nah, go by yourself." Like, what? I was like, "What? What are you talking about?"
It's pretty gangster though.
you remember this whole?
Yeah,
you
I remember the entire thing.
It's pretty good. It
I was
gets
a
good.
part of this day because
Oh,
he
yeah.
kept calling me.
Oh yeah, you were supposed to link up.
Nah, full. I told you. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyways, yeah, should have linked up. I'm glad you didn't. Anyways, my dad's like, "I ain't going to no Padre game. I'm going fishing. It's Father's Day. It's my day. I don't want to hang out with nobody." I was like, "Dad, it's me." And he's like, "Nah, go by yourself." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Who goes to a Padre game by themselves, Dad?" He's like, "I don't know. Figure it out." And I was like, "All right." So I ended up going to the fucking Padre game by myself because I hit it. There was like an hour and a half before the game. Because I thought it was a sure shot. You know what I mean?
I want to be that dad.
Right? That's such a
If
good.
you would
That's,
post
yeah.
it on Instagram though on your story for 1 second.
I went
showing
straight
what it
phone call.
responded.
Wasn't even shooting text. I was shooting straight phone calls out.
He shot me. He
I shot
hit me
like
up.
3 phone calls out because I like already called the lift on my way there. I was like, "Kano, I'll take this lift to your house. Come with me to this Padre game." I was living at my old house at the time.
Yeah.
I couldn't get a hold of like the 3 people I called in the time. Get to the game. Nobody links up. End up going to the game by myself and having the best time ever. Turns out the seats, I sat in these seats that I thought were mine. And I thought like I was like sneaking in. I saw some empty seats just forward from the seats that I thought were mine. So I snuck to him.
Dude, his story was literally capturing all
Dude,
of this.
this
too.
is-
He's like,
this is
this
about
is
to
where I'm
go
gonna
on."
sit. This is where I'm gonna sit. And then he's like, but I'm gonna try to get down there. And then he's like documenting himself as he's going.
This story is about to go on for like maybe 5 or 6 minutes. Like just sit tight. I swear to God. So I get to the game. I sit in the seat that I think is mine. I see some empty seats. I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna swoop that seat up there." Move up to the seats. A guy that works at Petco Park here in San Diego comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, let me see your ticket." I think I'm busted. Show him my ticket. And I was like, "Yo, I'm just here by myself. I don't know where to sit." because I really am totally real. He's like, why are you sitting back here? Your seat's like way the heck up there. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, 17B or something. You're in 17A. That's B. I was like, what? Turns out I had like behind home plate. I was on TV. I was like the second row behind home plate. You know how you can see like 4 or 5 rows up?
It's the Lexus box office.
Oh, it was the best seats.
He's
in the
rocking
fucking
a bright ass Toy Machine hat too, so you could definitely see him on TV.
Dude, I was by myself at this game. I got so hammered for no reason. It was like COVID was like a golden era for skateboard sales reps or something. It was great. I don't know. I had like $300 on me for no reason. Like, and I was like, I'm gonna spend all this at the Padre game, or I'm gonna spend all this today since my dad isn't here. You know,
Yeah.
I was gonna spend it with him and like treat him out. So I spent it all on myself that whole day. End up going to the game. Best time of my life at the game. Freaking out at the home plate. Padres won. My phone's at 2% when I'm leaving. I know a guy, Andres and Ruben. Andres and Ruben, my friends, work at a Bar Basic.
Yeah, Bar Basic.
Just across the street from Petco Park. I needed to charge my phone, and I knew, like, I know 2 people. There's a phone charger there. I could use this. I can grab a beer. So I pull that card, go to the bar, hang out. There's this girl sitting next to me talking to this girl. I don't pay any attention to them. They get my attention. They're all, hey, what's up? And I was like, oh, blah, blah, blah. End up hooking up with one of the girls for a while. It was really cool. But beside the point, I talk to those girls, leave the bar after my phone's charged, and I'm like calling a Lyft. Or I walked home because it was still daytime. I lived close enough to walk, and I was like too drunk to drive, or like I didn't want to ride a scooter because I thought I would crash.
So you're lit.
So I'm pretty lit. It was a fun time at the Padre game. I'm riding a scooter home. And
Ends up riding the scooter.
I end up riding a scooter in Balboa Park because I walk all the way up 5th, make it to Balboa Park, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna ride a scooter home. In the middle of me calling the scooter, this girl, Nicole, hits me up that I met in Phoenix Am one year. She's like, hey, I'm in San Diego. What are you doing? I was like, what? I'm at Balboa Park. She's like, is that close to Horton Plaza? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I got a hotel room in Horton Plaza. You want to hang out? I was like, oh my God, I'm going to take this scooter right back down the hill. End up taking the scooter back down the hill. Didn't get home till like 5 a.m. I was in her hotel room with all her friends and like this guy and this girl, like, I don't know, all these
You
people.
went to some like cliff.
It was
sunset.
Oh
Bro,
yeah,
it was
we were
crazy.
we were all over San Diego that night. It was super G-rated, like just homies hanging out. Nothing crazy happened. It was just like, oh, my homie from AZ hit me up. That's a girl, whatever. And we ended up like, she's like, what are you doing, SD? Like, where's a good place to like smoke a blunt? I'm like, Sunset Cliffs. I can show you guys this shit. You know what I mean? It's like, we want to go to the beach, but we don't want to be around people. I'm like, I got this. And they had a hotel in downtown. It was so cool. That was the coolest day of 2021.
It's a good day.
That was a super good day. In the between that, when you were riding that scooter, you called me. You were blackout drunk.
Yeah, I
Dude.
the sunset after sunset, it was all black after
He
that.
called me and he was like, "Fool, where are you?" I was like, "I'm still at my house." Where you called me when I was there before, you were just like, "You left me hanging today." I was like, "Did I?" I was like, I told you I couldn't." You were like, "You left me hanging," but I had the sickest day. I was like, "Well, it was good I didn't come." You were like, "Well, kind of, yeah, but fuck, you left me hanging." And I was like, "Well, get home
yeah.
safe."
Dude, my favorite bit of the story is he's like, I was too drunk, so I was going to walk. Didn't want to drive a scooter because I was kind of too hammered, might crash. So I'm riding the scooter home.
I did walk up the hill from downtown to Balboa Park. Once I got to Balboa Park, I was like, I could ride a scooter home. And when I was like logging into that scooter, Nicole hit me up, and I rode that scooter back down to downtown. And it all just kicked off back from there.
When you get drunk, you're about the scooter. Like we were hanging out the other night at the fucking Slappy's video premiere. I call him up. I'm like, "Bro, let's go to this." We're literally like 45 minutes before it's about to start. We go down there. We take a lift. We start drinking. For some reason, Derm was getting after it. I was like,
I was ready, dude.
dude, he was ready.
It was a good
By
night.
the end of the fucking premiere, we're leaving. And like where everybody's talking, I lost Derm, whatever. But then we're like, "Hey, like, are you going to go home? Kano, come with me. Let's follow these people. Let's follow." I'm like, "Nah, I'm going to go home." Just come
we were
with
about
me.
to go bowling with some chicks with Chris Cole. He
Is
ended
that
up
what
going bowling with them, but they didn't see the fight at the end. Did you remember the fight?
Dude, you told me about the fight the next day. I
I
was like,
wasn't
"No,
fighting.
bro."
I broke it up.
I
but-
literally like jumped in a car and because like Derm is like, Connor, come out with me. I was like, no. He's like, fuck you. Fuck you.
Oh, I remember this
And then
now more
Q-
than any other time.
And then Q, like you put your arm around Q and you're like, Connor's fucking leaving. Tell him to fuck you. And then Q just started, you both were just screaming, fuck you at the top of your lungs. And I just started laughing and I was like, I'm getting in the car. And I just got in the car and I fucking left.
So major shout out to Jason Carney and Slappy's Garage. They threw a video premiere / art show / Christmas
So
party.
dope. Yes.
Every skater in SD for the most part. There was a couple missing, but every skater in SD was there. It was really cool.
Dude, Chris Russell was walked up on us right at the bar. Like what
It
the
was
fuck?
if you were
Tight.
there, it felt like the Christmas party for skaters.
It was-
like
it was a
for
vibe for sure.
for San Diego skaters, and I spent like
I missed it.
150.
Yeah,
bucks.
where the fuck were you at?
I didn't
Dude.
know about it.
I spent like 150 bucks at the bar that night. It was so gnarly.
Bro, he came up to me so G. He was like, I'm getting you another beer. I still had half a beer. I was like, bro, I'm good. I'm like, I can't drink. And he were like, I'm going to get another beer. You literally walked back up with a full beer and you were like, hold this. And then I just had like 2 fucking basically full ass beers. Just like, God damn it.
And he gave it away.
I did, but it was to the dude you were talking to. So
He
I
gave it
was
to the homie John, which was totally cool in my book.
Yeah, he was, dude. I told him I was like,
That's
yo,
my
I
Eskimo bro.
couldn't drink that beer, and I was like, yo, I gave it to the homie. You're like, which one? That he screamed. I was like, which one? I was like, this guy right here. He was like, oh, it's fine.
Oh, John, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
All right, that's fine.
That was a good time.
Yeah, Christmas time has been pretty hectic, pretty fun, pretty hard. I am ready for it to be over. I'm ready for the new year. I have a resolution to be more proactive with myself and invest in myself. So
That's your resolution?
that's it.
It's a good one.
What does that mean to you?
Less time playing video games and more time like cleaning my house.
There you go. That's good.
Water your garden, my nigga. That's what it means to me.
What about you, Hodge? Do you have any fucking resolutions?
I'm trying to quit cigs. It's hard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've gone, what is it, 3 days?
3 days, no cigs?
Yeah. I'm still mauling, though.
That's the way out, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
how I
it's
quit.
like a mediocre way to go, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I tried to do that and it worked because every time I try to have a whole cig, just a cigarette, it's like repulsive.
Yeah.
There's no way I could do it. And then like, oh, when you're drunk, you could have one. And I'm like, oh, that seems worse. It seems way worse.
And we just moved. Zero just moved warehouses, so it's just been moving shit for the past month.
Where you been at? Where you at now?
We've been in San Marcos. We just moved like 10 minutes away to a bigger warehouse. San
Damn.
Marcos still.
Dude, Zero fucking killing the game.
It's good. It's good. It's a good year.
Good fucking year.
Another
People-
good year in the books.
People recognizing that like Zero's nothing to fuck with or what?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. You put out videos and fucking people buy. You know.
That's tight.
Yeah. There's a formula to this shit.
That's all that matters. It doesn't even have to be good or bad. Like it just put something out. You're at the top of the list.
It's crazy too with Instagram and shit too now. And like we have a heat transfer machine, and we're like, we need a little bump in sales like to fucking finish this month off, and we're just like make some shit, fucking put it on Instagram, and then
Boom.
yeah, shit's just like,
Boom, just sales.
yeah.
Shout out Tumyeto. Get your heat transfer machine fixed.
Did you guys fix that?
Nope.
Dude, what about you, Ray Ray? Got any resolutions?
Self-care.
Self-care?
Yeah, self-care, man.
All right.
Oh, I
But
want to
me-
become a millionaire. Too.
Mental and physical.
Yeah,
Mental and physical?
You know.
100,000 there. Like that's all I need.
All right. You can elaborate on that?
Oh yeah, I feel like I invest myself a lot. Let's say like in my profession and my family, and sometimes I think I just don't take enough time for myself.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could agree with that. Okay. Damn. Good. Fuck yeah. Is there any
I think I gotta be more proactive this next year too.
in
I'm a
what?
lazy. I don't know. I'm pretty fucking lazy.
Are you really?
Well, like, cause I gotta do a bunch of shit. So whenever I can not do shit, I'm like, take full advantage of that.
That's the thing right there. Whenever I don't have to do shit, I do the least.
I'll like lay in bed like a fucking paralyzed person.
Some Willy Wonka grandpa shit,
Yeah.
dude. I feel it. That's the same thing. As soon as I'm like off work, I'm like, nope. I need to get off that.
Especially when it gets dark. It's been rainy. Fuck. I'll go home with intention of like, oh, I'm gonna go to the shop, see what up, and fucking hang out. I take one rip and just sit in my chair, and it's like, it's cold. I hate this.
Exactly that. That's exactly that.
And then I'm like, should I play a game? I don't even get up to turn this shit on. I just like sit there and watch Beavis and Butthead.
I'm gonna just watch this, drink 2 tall cans,
For
and go to sleep.
hours. Dude, oh my god.
Yeah, it's always tough when it's already dark. You
It really
finish the
messes me up,
workday,
man.
It's already dark. There's no motivation.
I was
right?
born in the very middle of summertime, so my clock has always been set to that.
Spring baby.
Yeah, I was born
Same.
July 2nd, so 4th of July weekend is go time every time. Don't get dark till like 9 o'clock on my birthday.
Dude,
It's
I
the best.
love that.
Yes.
July 2nd.
Yeah.
I fucking miss that. Dude. Have you guys thought about leaving the state?
Yes.
Oh my God, yes. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Every time I go back to Virginia or even Texas to see my pops, I'm like, fuck, I can move here.
Dude.
Huh.
I think about it more and more every day.
My dad's got a ranch.
Dude, I know.
And when I was out there just doing that shit, I was like, yeah, fuck yeah! I just wore overalls the whole time.
That was so fun to watch, man.
What is it that you think keeps us here? Because I think we've all found reasons to leave the state, right?
I mean, mine's obviously, I'm 10 years deep at Zero now.
Yeah.
right.
Pretty solid at my job too, so
Yeah.
I don't just want to leave it. Worked really hard to get there, you know.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. I think maybe not so much the job, but like the network that I've set up here, that keeps me here.
Yeah.
I don't want to, at this point in my life, I don't want to restart. I'm totally open to meeting new people. And like, if it was come to like, hey, I'm going to move to Europe or something, like, okay, fuck yeah, I'll do that. But like,
That's a buck one.
like, I mean, that's why, you know, it's fine. Like, I definitely would think about moving, but what stops me is like, damn, I literally have to start all over again. It's like, I got maybe one more start all over again. Like, I got like one, like I got one left in the tank, and then it's like that next place I move, that's kind of where I'm setting up. Like I can't do that no more. When I was younger, it was real easy to leave.
Yeah, you see, you've done that a lot. I've always been here. So
Dude,
like,
I think about
yeah.
that shit too, and then
Pretty
I feel like you just do it, and your instincts would kick in again from when you were younger.
Sure.
Like, I got
It's
this.
getting
Yeah.
yourself to do it, though.
Yeah, I
That's
think it's
the
like
hardest
getting
part.
yourself to do it.
Yeah,
It's like,
Yeah.
sure.
but dude, and then the network here, it's like, dude, San Diego is still the best in my opinion. Like, I was just in San Francisco, and I love it there, and it's like definitely home for sure, and like being home in the East Bay and like doing all these other things. But like, bro, like there's something about San Diego that like it's why this is
Yeah.
the only place I've ever come back to.
It's
Like-
sick too because we've spread to Northern County too,
Yeah.
so we're like,
there's North and South chapter. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, we got it handled. So I'm
Um,
saying that network is fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
one thing keeping me from leaving, like I want to leave. You know what I mean? Like I've always, ever since I've like gone places and gone on trips and like been to a couple states and cool cities that are like actually really sick. I've definitely been curious about leaving, but one thing that detours me is it's kind of like a musical chairs thing, and like once you leave, you lose your chair. You know what I mean?
It's 100.
There's like somebody, it's like a parking spot in North Park. Like there's somebody just on the street just waiting for
Yeah.
somebody to pull out. And once you pull out, you're never going to get that spot back again. You know what I mean?
such a good analogy.
And
So
it's
you
like,
feel
It is.
it'll be hard to try to come back.
yeah. And of course, coming back for me, this is home. So
Yeah.
I like, if shit hits the fan where I try to fucking plant my
Wherever you
new
go.
seed,
Yeah.
You'll be
I have to come back here, and it's going to be like double struggle.
It's gonna be hard.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
there's this like fear of like losing your chair, if like you understand that analogy.
I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
I would agree, but at the same time, like being as somebody who has moved so much in their life, I can definitely say it's kind of like what Hodge said. Like eventually, you know, it might take a week, might take 2 weeks, but you will get in the swing of it. And like,
Yeah.
you know, when I lived in France, I wasn't fluent in French, but within those 2 weeks and in the schooling that I had up until the point, I was able to speak French super fluent.
You immerse yourself, and
You
there's
have
no
to.
other choice. Yeah.
It was it.
It's like that
It's-
with Spanish and working in back of house of a restaurant. You know what I mean? Like 2 weeks into a job or 1 month into a job at a restaurant, you're a dishwasher. You're speaking Spanish to everybody. You know what I mean? Like no matter where you're from.
Yeah.
Like so.
It was insane, but like at the same time, as I've gotten older, it has gotten harder. But like, there's also like the reason of Hodge being the main reason I moved to San Diego in the first place to sleep on that couch was enough reason for me to like, fuck living in LA. I'm coming here. You know what I'm saying? And then it was like, I had to leave in 2015 for a year to go back to the Bay, and then came back. And it was hard to restart, but what was gnarlier is that Instagram was definitely around at that time, and I was watching all of my friends and everybody that I'd grown to like have a rapport with or have like relationships with through Instagram. And I was like, dude, what the fuck am I doing here? Like, why am I back in the Bay Area? Like, this shit, I'm supposed to be down there. You know what I mean? So it was like, I kind of lost my chair, but as soon as I came back, everybody was like, damn, where you been? Yeah. It was kind of like, you got your chair back at the table because you proved yourself beforehand.
It's very welcoming here.
Yeah.
SF is such a different place than LA and San Diego. Mm-hmm. And LA is its own planet. You know what I mean? It's literally its own planet away from the Earth. It's so crazy there. And this San Diego, Orange County is just made out of plastic and it's gross. San Diego is like the happy medium of like a normal place, also with the California thing, the extra pixie dust that you get from being in California. You know what I mean?
The weather.
Yeah, the weather and the like glam and like the access to everything.
Hell,
you know
the
what I mean?
military, and it's really chill for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, it's scary to leave. Being from here. If I was from somewhere else, and I came here, I'd be like, oh man, this place is awesome. And then if I left, I'd be like, man, that place is cool. But I'd still have a home in Virginia or New Mexico or SF or LA or wherever the fuck you're from. I don't know.
All of them. All of them, literally. I think the first time I actually met you guys, when I first met you, I was still living in LA. When I first met Hodge, I was just moved back from New Mexico. From Albuquerque. Mm-hmm. And then when I met Ray Ray, it was LA, I think, too. Damn.
I feel like I met Raul a bunch of times before I met him. You know what I mean? Like
because he was homies with John Root.
Yeah. But like, we knew a lot of the same people, so there's a good chance we were probably in the same place at the same time. So by the time I was like hanging out with you guys both at that time, like 2009, 2010, when we were all hanging out real tough.
Yep.
Dude,
right.
Way before that. No, fuck no, because Animal Style came out in 2010.
You didn't join LJBTC until
2008. No.
Wait, you're gay, Kono?
What?
You joined the LGBTC.
What the fuck are you talking about?
La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club.
LGBTC.
Derm knows. You were there for a little while.
For like 5 hours.
Was Miguel there too?
No, Miguel was never there. Miguel would not have been able to hack LGBT.
So when I met you, Kono, I went to an apartment in LA. I was staying with my friend John in LA. We went to your house with Val. There was nothing in the apartment, except for like a TV on like one of those milk crates that everybody's starting to climb now. There was like a TV on the ground. We were watching skate videos. Maybe one chair. It was really cold. Nothing in this place.
Are you sure that was my place?
I mean, I don't know.
I don't think that because, dude,
I don't know if it was your place, but you were there, and that's when I met you. And I remember.
I was like, bro, that wasn't my spot.
It was right on some hot street in LA, like some super hot street, like a bunch of cars like driving by, and like there was like 3 lanes on each side, super wide street. And we went on some really tiny balcony and smoked like 17 cigs together.
Actually, that was probably my apartment. Yeah.
It was first story, but you had like a little tiny balcony
That's
right there.
It. Yeah, that's definitely
on the street. Yeah,
bro, I had a couch. Fuck out of here. I had a couch. And I had a whatever those things, an entertainment center where the TV sat on. Talk about a crate.
He said
2 milk
crate.
crates.
It's all fuzzy now, but I remember being in this cold. I don't know if you had lights though.
Derm.
I had Derm. I
Just
had
one light bulb swinging.
No,
Bro, we were teenagers. I don't know. I was like 19. I don't know.
I was probably like 20.
Dude, I walked into this place. I was like, dude, you got your own place? That's so sick. That's what I thought. I wasn't like, wow, this place is fuck. I didn't think that. I was like, yeah.
It was so roach infested and it was disgusting.
Anyways, that's where I met you. When I met Kurt, Kurt was a mutual friend of bunch of people I knew. And I was with my friend Eric, and he's like, "Yo, we're gonna go to my friend's house. His band's playing in their house. All of his roommates are sick.
Miguel.
Yeah, Miguel and Kirk.
Yeah.
Um,
Fuck Kirk.
Kirk Tetzloff.
so
kidding.
my friend,
I
I
haven't
was
seen him in a
yeah,
long time.
Kirk Tetzloff. Yeah,
Dude, I
Shout
want to
out Kirk
see. I
Tetzloff.
want to see him.
he's cool. Yeah, I remember all kinds of shit at their house, Mohawk. But yeah, I was with my buddy Eric.
Mohawk story. I have a Mohawk story.
I was with my buddy Eric, and he's like, "Yo, we got to bomb this hill and go to this house, and we're gonna party." I was like, "Cool, sounds cool." He's like, "All the roommates are chill." He's like, "I know all of them. I know Kirk. I know Miguel. Kurt's cool. I've never really talked to him. He's got a girlfriend. They just kind of stay in the room." I was like, "All right, yeah, whatever. I'm down to go to this show. I don't know what we're going to." This is 15 years ago. You know, what I mean? This is so long ago. This is so long ago. Yeah, Fusto was there. Fusto, Kirk, and Miguel all had a house called Mohawk.
Oh my god.
So I got there. The band's playing. They're super punk rock. Everybody's jumping around. I brought my girlfriend at the time for whatever reason. I lived right up the street. And I brought my girlfriend for whatever reason.
Was that Amanda?
Yeah, you remember her.
Oh my god.
Exactly. Anyways, I brought her. I never met Kurt in my life. He's there with his girlfriend, whose name doesn't even matter. He's there with his girlfriend. Again, I've never met either of these two. And they're like, "Yo, come here." And they like take me into Kurt's room. And it's just me sitting on their bed. And they're just sitting right in front of me. They're all, "Hey, what's your name, man?"
We
Like,
were talking to our son.
yeah, they like sat me down.
Sit down.
Strangers. These are strangers. They sat me down and they're like, "Yo, that's your chick?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah. They're all,
She sucks.
"Fuck that girl. You need to we don't even know you. Break up with that girl right now. It's not going to work." Dude, it was the wildest thing I've ever heard. It was the sickest thing I've ever heard because we were already on the fritz. They didn't know this. You know what I mean? We were already on the fritz and I was like trying to be cool. "Come to my friend's house." Blah, blah, blah. He was him and his chick at the time were like, "Yeah, that girl sucks. Fuck that girl. She's not even like whatever. Like just get rid of her."
Know her before or what?
I've never met this dude in my life.
You just looked at her and were like, "Nah, she's not the biz." Like,
I don't even remember.
I went to my friend's house, and this is my friend's roommate. He's like the most detached dude of all time. The most detached dude of all time. He just pulls me, him and his chick pull me in his room and just say that. That's the first conversation I ever had with Kurt. I was like, "Whoa, you're sick, dude." And like the rest of the party, I'm like, I don't know. I looked him in the eyes. I was like, I believe him, yo. I don't know why. I just do. You know what I mean?
believe him, yo.
I looked in his eyes. I was like, that dude's sick. Been rolling with him ever since. She's gone. He's here. You know what I mean? Like, it's been like I've been hanging out with him ever since. Like literally ever since that moment. I remember just hanging out with him, skating with him, filming video parts with you and him, going everywhere with him, getting jobs with him, changing our lives, getting apartments,
Good
doing
times.
every fucking thing with Kurt.
dude.
Everything since that fucking moment.
Dude, the crazy. I don't know if I had to have told you this story about Danny Fusto, but dude, like, so
They're
I
all
was
good.
working at La Jolla Beach and Tennis Club, the La Jolla LJBTC, and I was working there because I had stayed at the house for 3 weeks without getting a fucking job, and then every night we fucking partied. We all pitched on that $15 fucking 30 rack of like whatever light beer it was, Bud Ice or some shit.
Sounds like some natty shit.
It was definitely Bud Ice, dude. Is it all gone? Shut the front door.
Yeah, this one. I just cracked
No,
it.
you drink it.
Was I gonna drive?
No, you drink it. Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah, that's a better idea. But like you guys had this fucking. We had this table that Danny Fusto used to have like this roller, like a fucking roller, and he would just stand on it.
The Indo board.
The Indo board, but
yeah.
it was the roller for the Indo board.
Yeah.
He would
Yeah.
stand on it and roll back and forth and like play. We played
Beer pong.
no, it wasn't beer pong. It was beer can. Like we had to like throw it at the fucking beer can. It was like if you hit it, then you had to chug the whole thing, and it was like, dude, it was some fucking stupid ass game, but we thought it was amazing.
We played a lot of beer pong.
We
there.
played a lot of beer games, and Fusto, I was like, "Fusto, I have to be up at 4:30 in the morning, bro. I gotta go." And he's like, "Yeah, we'll be fine. This fool is still rolling back and forth, like drunk, with like a beer in his hand, still doing this, but like through the fucking like the cup." And I'm like lying on the goddamn couch, And then I think somebody at the point was like, hey, go stay in Miguel's room because Miguel wasn't there anymore. And so I go sleep on his bed, which had no bedding to it. It was just the mattresses. And I just slept on it. And then I got up at like 4:30, whatever. And Fusto was the only one still up. All the lights were on. And he was just drunk rolling on the thing. Still amazing balance. Like, I was like, God damn. But he's blacked out. He's like, his eyes are shut like this. And he's just kind of, all right. I was like, yo, Fusto, you got to go to sleep, dude. He like goes in his room. He doesn't say anything to me. And then he like closes the door and that's done. In our bathroom had the sink was broken. Mm-hmm. And it was just full of like dirty water.
Blood.
Yeah, whatever was in the water. Like I think you cut your hair at one point. Like there's like old hair in it. There's like toothpaste. Like it was gross.
I think it was a hazard.
It was a hazard. But like I showered and I'm just standing there brushing my teeth, like in my fucking uniform with like the khaki shorts and the stupid LGBT.
Just contemplating your life. Like what the fuck,
dude? Just loving it. But then all of a sudden I see Fusto, butt ass naked, just.
He was naked a lot.
Dude, he just walked out of his room and walked right into Hodge's room. And I literally
just pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he literally
he
was
pissed on my VCR.
No. This wasn't for this one. No.
He did that once though.
It was the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
Dude. Fucking Fusto went into Hodge's room. He sat on the edge, like on the corner of his bed.
Oh, and piss in a garbage can?
Fucking grabbed the garbage can and he pulls his dick back. Like, I seen him pull his skin back and everything and then just take a fucking piss into his fucking trash can. And I'm like, Fusto.
Wait. What?
Let me give you guys some memories here.
Pull your dick back?
Dude, like he had like foreskin or some shit.
Oh.
Yeah, that was pretty much the bathroom right there. That was pretty gross.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, it was hectic.
Looking at a picture of the sink.
For everybody can't see, like Hodge is showing a photo of our bathroom.
That was our kitchen after the morning.
That was the kitchen?
Ooh.
Dude, I don't remember it being that bad, but that was pretty bad. God damn. Anyways,
I'm gay.
So Fusto's peeing in your fucking bucket.
We had no front window. Remember that?
Yeah.
Dude, that was crazy when that shit happened. But he literally pisses, and then he just walks out of his room and goes into your room and just goes back to sleep, fool. Just like it never happened. Didn't even know. I told him about it the next day.
I've never been the drunk pee guy.
Dude.
I've always been able to pee and throw up and never pooped when I was drunk. I've never even thought about pooping once.
I did it once there at Mohawk. Apparently, I walked out. I got up, went to the bathroom, just pushed the bathroom door open, and just pissed into the bathroom. And then, like, when I check at the time, like, grabbed me, like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, get the fuck off me.
Yeah, never been the pee guy. It's always really clear when I'm drunk. I'm like, oh, I gotta pee.
Dude.
I'm super hammered.
What was the guy? AJ.
Gay J.
What?
We used to call him Gay J.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yes.
Oh, I know who you're talking
dancer.
about. Yeah.
He was like,
dancer?
Well, he would always dance around. He wanted to be Bruno Mars.
He's weird.
He kind of looked like Bruno Mars, actually, now that you'd say that.
He
Damn.
did. Yeah. That's what
Remember
he
when
played
he got slapped at 7-Eleven? Like, we were sitting at the house, and he was with your ex-girlfriend, and they walked across the street to go get nachos. So we just to get the
Yeah, do you remember
nachos.
that whole fight that ensued?
Yeah.
After that?
Yeah.
And the dudes were
That's how the
so
window-
drunk. Yeah, they were so drunk. They were charging at us, and fucking I just stepped to the side, and the dude tripped on himself, fell on the ground, and I just kicked him in the face. And then fucking, so we like, these guys pretty much beat themselves up. And
Top
then
the
we're
dub.
like, fucking hell yeah, like, yeah, I'll high-five and fucking go back to our house. And then they show up like an hour later, and we had like that disgusting bucket full of cigs. Home Depot bucket, just
Yeah.
full of cigs and
5
sand.
gallons of
front-
cig butts.
Yeah.
Dude, that was so
And
gnarly.
that's what they pitched through the window and fucking smashed it. That was
Okay.
like my last week at the house.
Dude, no. Okay, I remember this now because I was there for the fight, and I was there for like when
Damn.
AJ came back from like getting slapped. He's like, he came back in.
He told us.
Yeah.
I was like, come on.
I was like, what the fuck? He's like, this guy just bitch slapped me at 7-Eleven because he was talking shit to Reina. And I was like, wait, what? And then we all like go through it. Dude, was Stefan there? Remember Stefan was living at New York from New York? Like, I don't know if he was there for that night.
I
but
remember like
there was
me
that.
and little Eric.
Yeah,
definitely.
That was what went down. And then for some reason after the fight, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go. And then like I left. I think I went to PB or something like that.
Yeah, I
and then the
fucked
next
off,
morning, guys were like, dude. I came back. I was like, what the fuck happened? And you were like, we didn't call you. Like, we were just in the middle of it. We called the cops and like all this other shit. I was like, what the fuck, bro? Like,
And then we didn't have a window for
a long time.
a while.
Long fucking time. Dude, I remember one time.
Can I smoke this inside?
Yeah. Somebody. This is another Mohawk story that I was going to bring up, actually. I forgot about it. But was Kirk Tetzloff. He had the fucking. He was super pissed off about like.
Oh, remember when he
smoking
tackled
in
me?
the house?
Yeah, I was smoking in the house. He
were
tackled me.
Yeah, he was super
kept-
mad about you smoking
I
in the
kept my
living room.
cig.
Dude, you fucking.
I would think I was there for that. And you guys fought in the
Yeah.
in
they
the
broke the
grass
table.
and the lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
They
was there
broke
for
the
that.
table though because he body slammed him through the table.
And the whole time I'm just holding my cig.
Yes,
And when, at the
I
end
was
of it, I
there
was
for
just
this.
like, "Fuck you."
we had a house meeting and Kirk was like, "Guys, can you not smoke cigs in the house?" Because like we would all be smoking cigs while we're playing beer pong because the windows were there. We don't give a fuck. We're like, whatever.
Yeah.
But this house is getting trashed, so we're just like, dude, this fool was like stabbing knives in the fucking cupboards and shit. Like,
Oh, I used to punch.
Hey,
so many holes in
for
that place.
everybody listening, Kurt Hodge is a psychopath.
dude, but like that was the thing.
better
And
now.
we had a house meeting or whatever, and this fool was just like, yeah. Guys, can you just not smoke in the house anymore? And so we're like, you know what? That's fair. Nobody else is gonna smoke.
He
in the
lived
house.
in the garage.
He
was
lived in the
fine.
garage, but he was the house
He
dad.
chose the garage.
He was the house dad. That's what the thing.
and he
So-
chose the garage, which was right next to where we all partied.
Yeah, where we partied. Yeah, it was right next to the living room.
Yeah.
So one night we're all fucking partying, and it's like mid party, and he was with his girlfriend from Hooters or whatever.
Yeah,
that he was
yeah.
like super whipped over, and like I don't know, something happened, and he came out, and
You know,
he
I
was-
threw a so I.
I know.
This is gonna be good. Listen up right here.
I was like towards the front door, right? I fucking grabbed the ottoman for whatever reason and just chucked it at whoever I was playing, and it just hit the garage wall and like put a huge hole in the wall.
Is that what happened? I don't remember that.
And
part.
he came out just seeing red, and he was like, "What the fuck?" And then I'm just standing there like laughing, holding a cigarette, smoking inside.
That's what pissed him off, though.
Yeah.
He's like, "I said no smoking
Yeah.
inside,"
And
and
he
then he
just
just
charged.
tackled
Yeah, he
you.
just charged me, tackled me.
And then he put him through the table. He picked him up and
Threw him through
body
the
slammed
table.
him through the fucking table, broke it.
I'm just holding this fucker up the whole time.
But Hodge was still holding his cig, and then they were fighting, and then they like tussled, and then they like stood up, and everybody literally cheered because Hodge goes like this. He holds it up. He's like. He just takes a fat ass drag and blows it out, and he's like, everybody's
Oh
like,
my god. I was here for this, and it's like lodged so far back in my memories. But everybody saying stuff is bringing it back to the
dude,
surface
that
area.
shit was so gangster.
He definitely was like just buck. When everybody cheered, he was like, "God damn it!" Just like went back to his room. Like,
Just lost.
yeah.
Then, dude, he went back in his room. He was all pissed off. But then maybe like 30 minutes later, he came out and they hugged. It
Yeah,
out.
we hugged it out.
They hugged
For
it out.
sure. Yeah.
It was like, oh, this is
You
fucking
can't hate
dope.
Kurt. No one hates Kurt. Look at him. He's a wonderful dude.
Dude, that was a good time.
That was funny.
Fuck. Dude, there's another time that kind of reminds me of
Fucked
something
house.
like that. Was like right around that time I started hanging out with Ray Ray, and we ended up getting like a keg of like double arrogant bastard, thinking we were gonna be able to finish all the beer.
Jesus.
I did a keg stand of that shit.
Just blacked out immediately.
Dude, super fucked.
Cake stand gone whole night.
Dude, I was drinking. Chad Foreman invited Kurt and I to
Iron Fist.
Iron Fist Brewery, which was right across the street from our house at the time. He's like, "Hey, want to take some of you bros out drinking?" We were like, "Cool." Like a couple of us warehouse dudes, 4 or 5 of us. And I'd never had like a double IPA before, and it was like right when all that boom was happening. So I drank 2. I think I drank 3 of them. The next morning, I had like straight up alcohol poisoning, and I was like, on the way to work, I was like, "Kurt, I'm like hurting. Can I ride with you?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, whatever." And I'm just like barfing out of his truck on the way to work, and I was like, "Dude, it's something different, man. I've never felt like this before. I swear I had 3 beers last night. I don't know what the fuck's going on." Blah. And all day I was just throwing up. And then,
Foreman had to carry me out of that place.
dude, oh yeah, Kurt.
I almost got
freaked.
beat up by some karate dude. And
Kurt started fighting everybody that night. I was totally fine at the bar the night before. The next day I was all messed up. I don't know why. But that night, Kurt was like super hot on somebody. He was about to fight somebody, and it shut down the whole place. Everybody had to pull him away. Chad Foreman carried him out. I vaguely remember him being like backing up, backpedaling in the parking lot at the nighttime, being like, fuck everybody, fuck you, Durham, get away from me. Because he was just walking home, and our house was like literally right there. And I was like, oh, whatever, Kurt, you're hammered. But I remember like, Chad, you can't beat Chad. So Chad just was like, I'm in. He's like, come here, Kurt. You're this big.
Just threw me on his shoulder.
He's like, you're going home.
Like slumped over, like fuck you.
Yeah, but Kurt ended up driving me to work the next day, and I was totally fine. Normally, I'm fine. Like the next day,
I used to be good.
Normally I'm totally good. I could ride out a hangover, especially in my early to mid 20s. It was easy. But this morning, I was dead. He's like, oh, we got to drop Melly off. And I was like, just go to work, dude. Whoa, I owe you a car wash, dude. I'm barfing all over the side of his truck. Get to work, and I'm just barfing all day. I'm like asking my boss to leave. He's like, you got to stay till at least noon. I was like, what, dude? I never leave. I'm like, franchise player. Come on, just let me leave. And then T-Gun shows up in the warehouse, which is like 1 in a million. Like, he never comes. He's like, what's wrong with you, Durham? I'm like, I can't do it today, Tommy. He's like, and he's like, super dad, like sober and stuff, so.
He's sober now?
He's sober now, but at the time, he's always been, like, responsible, but he's super sober now.
Tommy, by far, I think we've talked about this on the podcast before, but I'm definitely going to say, the first time I met that fool, he found out that I was the first time I'd ever met him and riding in his goddamn cart, and he got me so fucking stoned that by the time we got to the original Black Box,
Oh yeah, you couldn't even skate.
I couldn't even fucking skate. And it was fucked up because Adrian Lopez showed up there, Matt Mumford showed up there, and I'm like little kid status looking at this like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you like Matt Mumford literally sits right next to me, and he's just like talking to me. I'm just like, yeah, I can't even say
a good sound.
anything. I was like, he's like, all right, mate, thanks for talking. Like, I was just like, fuck, dude, like, it's stupid. Like, I was so mad at Tommy, but then it was like, it's Tommy. Tommy fucking
shit. Those early days of Black Box, I could drink all night, and now I go out. I'm fucking. If I drink on a Friday, I'm not shooting or skating at all on the weekend. 2-day hangovers, cold sweating.
Cold sweating?
Dude,
that's how bad your fucking hangovers are?
Yeah, I got no fucking regulator on me when I go in.
Well, yeah, that's always been you though.
Yeah.
That's just you're one speed, bro. You're automatic. You just go. Hey, that's all it is.
On or off.
Drive or park?
Yeah, dude. 0 to 100, like
It's very rare that I
quick.
go out and am able to do anything the next day.
But that's what makes it so fun to go out with you. Because, dude, even though we've gotten older,
I like to have fun.
Thanks for the memories, Kurt.
That was after this SF trip when I got us kicked out of I got us all kicked out of this hotel.
Dude, it's so gnarly. He got us kicked out of this hotel. Or no, okay, rewind back.
Hold on. I have to pee so bad talking about yourselves.
I'll carry on.
Okay.
So, we take a huge trip to SF, 14 of us. 2 vans.
Damn.
The first night, we're supposed to get there super late, stay at our buddy's house. He has a couple roommates. We were just supposed to stay the night, super crash, get up and leave, and get hotels the next time. We get there the first night. It's pouring rain. We see the first van already got there. They're at the bar partying. Kurt's driving the other van. He's racing to get there because he wants to just get a fucking drink before we have to sleep.
Yes.
We all do. We just drove 8 hours, 9 hours to SF, you know?
Right.
We get to the house, and we're all pissed because it's raining. We're all wet. We missed the bar. It's after 2. Everybody's in the house, and they're sleeping already. Kurt kicks in the door to the homie's house and, like, screams or says something. He's like, what the fuck, or whatever you said.
Yeah. It was pretty much that.
What the fuck? And
Because everybody was hyping up the group chat. They're like, yeah, let's party when you get here.
yeah. And we got there, lights off.
Shushed.
Everybody. Everybody in sleeping bags, lights off. Everybody's sleeping. We're like, what the fuck? Kurt's like, this is bullshit. Like, super pissed. And somebody in the background's all, shh. He's all, fuck you. Whoever shushed me, fuck you. And it turns out to be somebody that lived in the house. It's like, all right, everybody that just got in the house, leave. So there's a whole van that's like our van. And we're like, all right, we're sleeping outside. Next day, fast forward to the next day, we squash that beef. We regroup, go skate in the rain. It's time to get a hotel.
It was a rainy trip, man.
It was a very rainy trip. Brief trip, rained half the time.
Still so fun.
Next night, we're ready to get hotels for the next 2-3 nights or whatever. We get hotels, settle in. We all go out and party at the neighboring bars at the bottom of the hotel. Turns out there's like the main skate bar in San Francisco, right outside of our hotel, Edinburgh's Castle. We go there, party with everybody there. It was super fun. We get back. Long story short, Kurt kicks this wet floor sign at the manager of the hotel. 14 dudes get kicked out of the hotel.
Damn. How you just gonna kick a sign at it?
Before we were able to leave the hotel, 300 cops show up to the hotel. What the fuck? It was Kurt. He killed it.
Was there more than just a sign being kicked?
Nope. Kurt kicked the sign. Something happened with the elevator. Me and Kurt were standing in the rain waiting for the elevator. It was just me and him. And he told everybody to leave. He's like, if you don't have a ticket or if you don't have a pass, you can't come up here. And we were like, yo, we have tickets. It's like, you still have to wait in the rain. And Kurt was like, just hammered, kicked the sign at him. You and your ticket out. Took his card, found out our rooms, canceled us. 14 dudes just standing in the rain.
What?
Kurt's running around because he assaulted the guy. The guy called the cops. Some guy kicked a sign at me, called the police. All these cops are pulling up. I'm telling everybody to get out of the room. I'm seeing all these cops run down the hallway. I'm like, Kurt, I need to get you out of here.
Not good.
They're looking
You
for
saved
him.
me.
Yeah.
They're looking for him. So he doesn't even remember this. I talked to you about this not that long ago.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
He doesn't remember any of this. I'm like, Kurt, we need to get out of here.
I was in Edinburgh, or whatever, and then I just woke up the next morning in the van.
You know what I mean? Hey, that place is crazy. It's all red in there. Only pro skaters and a bunch of hot chicks. That
And
skate
there's just
really
a liquor
good.
store right next door, so you just go buy a fucking 12-pack and hang out in the smoking room and don't pay for shit.
Dude, the bartender, I went to buy, I saw everybody was drinking Tecate, so I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the bar and get a Tecate. It's probably the cheapest beer at the bar or something, you know?
Yeah.
Bartender's like, why would you come here to buy just go to the liquor store next door. He literally kicked me out of the bar. He's like, go to the liquor store next door and just grab, they have $1 Tecates at the liquor store.
That's why.
Yeah.
Right next door. You could bring them back into the bar. So we were just doing that. Kurt got hammered. I'm like, Kurt, you need to go. Like, we need to go. Take you out of here. Everybody will get out of the room. They all know where to go. You're hammered. Let's go. I'm like, we're on the roof of the hotel, and it's pouring rain. I'm looking outside.
The
I see.
roof.
It's like, it's not the roof. It's like where the pool is, but it's like 4
Yeah.
stories up. It's like 3 or 4 stories up.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
And I'm like looking down. I seen all these cop cars just pull up to our hotel. All these cop cars just going pulling in. And I'm like, Kurt, we need to wait here outside. And then in 5 minutes, we're going to walk downstairs, hit the sidewalk, and just walk to like a bar 5 minutes away. You know what I mean? We're going to walk 5 minutes that way, go into a bar and just chill.
Yeah.
We're just sitting there. I'm like, he's like, what did I do? I fucked up. I'm like, oh, yeah, you fucked up bad, but we'll be all right, dude. We'll be all right. Everybody will find their way to the van. They're all normal. They'll get kicked out. Everybody will leave. I just got to get you out of here. And I'm like, all right, let's go downstairs. Before we're walking to the door, boom, door gets kicked in. 8 cops just walk up to the roof that we're on. And it's just me and him standing in the rain. They're like, you need to come with us right now. I'm like, oh, fuck. We're both going to get arrested. They ask us a bunch of questions, and Kurt's just hammered. I'm like, it was him. He got us kicked out. There was like a jam up. I'm like holding him. I'm like, Kurt, don't say anything. I was like, there's this jam up. He's just like,
Shit, I don't know. We were face to face. Damn, I don't
Yeah,
remember.
with all these cops, dude. I was talking to all these cops. I was like, it was him. We're leaving.
I'm so
I was just talking
sorry.
to him, telling him we're leaving. I was just pep talking my dude. I'm fine. Like, you need to get out of here. You need to get out of here before you get arrested. I was like, I'm taking him out of here. Just don't touch him. Don't touch him. They let us go downstairs. And we're all just hanging out at the van. And Reggie, that's when Reggie dented the van because like he like got in an argument with Money Mike.
Uh-huh.
Like, dude started.
Money Mike, yo.
Yeah.
You gotta argue with Money Mike, yo.
By this time, we're all standing in the parking garage, 14 of us, and we're like, where do we fucking go? We just got kicked out of our hotel. Dudes, like, put their credit cards down. They're all pissed. You know what I mean? Like,
They're paying for the night but not sleeping in the room.
yeah.
God damn.
And paying for a bunch of rooms, it was like $300. It was a lot, you know?
It was Money
Money
Mike.
Mike's all pissed. Reggie's like, dude, just calm the fuck down, dude. It's an accident. We're just going to have to get through it. There's nothing we can do. Like, fuck that. Reggie punches the van one time, and it was like watching Iron Man punch some wall. It was just all boom. It was just like the van is dented. The van lost. It was crazy. I'm just standing there like, dudes, I'll drive the van. We'll park somewhere and just go to sleep in here. It's going to suck tonight. Let's just fucking go. And they were just fighting. Eventually, I started the van. Let me drive. We fall asleep. I'm like, I don't know where to park. We're driving through the fog. You don't remember this. You're already sleeping in the second row. I'm driving through the fog. Like, I don't know where I'm going. Where are we going? They're like, just park somewhere dark. I'm like, everything's lit up. The city's like 5 minutes away from everything. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and so we find this like dark street. We're like, there's a bunch of cars parked here. It's like you can park here forever. It's just a regular sidewalk. Let's just park the van here, fall asleep. We'll wake up in the morning and find the rest of the dudes.
Light comes on in the morning. I wake up with a hangover. I'm like, oh, what happened, dude? It's just Durham. Fucked up, dude. Hard.
That's the first sound. That's the first sound of the day. We're all sleeping. The night just chills, and we're all just sleeping in the van, super hurting. We're all super drunk. We're all super hurting, sleeping super uncomfortable in the van. And all of a sudden, like, it's not even sunrise. It's like that grayish blue morning, like before the sun even
like there's light, but it's dark.
Yeah, exactly. Where you're like, oh shit, it's about to be daytime. And all you hear is like, oh, what exactly? What did? Oh, what happened? We're all awake. You know, what I mean? None of us slept. None of us slept.
Terms across the two fucking front seats.
It's so bad.
With nothing, like he's just a bridge.
I'm just a bridge between two chairs, and my ass is just like, just squeezing, holding me up the whole night. And I'm like, Kurt, you fucked up real hard, dude. Real hard, real deep. And by that time, I'm like, all right, we just need to get up. And I like sit up and I look around. We're parked at Pier 7 Manual Pads. We're just parked at Pier 7 Manual Pads. I was like, oh my God, fuck you guys. I'm getting out and skating this. Fuck you guys. I hate everything right now. I was in my sweats. I had like shoes like one size too big. I just put shoes on that were in the van. They're like 10.5, so we're 9.5. Like, had all my coats on, just my blanket. It's like raining still. Just skating this thing, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. We're probably never gonna come back to this because we're gonna skate some handrail or some big shit because we're on a trip. You know, we're not gonna skate a manual pad. We ended up going back, and I ended up shutting that shit down. Me and Jono, but at the time I was like, I'm gonna get it in. And me and Kurt shot a kick.
Yeah, we shot that sequence.
We shot a sequence there. Kick from nose made 180. I was like, we got to get something, just something we can get real quick.
At least you fucking got up and like redeemed yourself for getting that.
I always do.
Always does, dude. But yeah, that was a skate day. Kurt slept that whole day. Reggie broke his leg that day, basically.
Damn. Oh yeah, that's when he did his knee in.
Yeah, Reggie like tried to frontside flip over this big hubba that's all like weird angle right on these train tracks. Okay, you know that spot with the two metal
diamond plated
the diamond plated corrugated,
and they like hop back and forth.
They do like crook, pop over to switch crook type.
Yeah.
That spot in SF.
It's right around the corner.
It's at that spot, but under the bridge there's this like double set that you can skate over the hubba. Reggie tried to frontside flip it. This whole time we're checking out the spot. We've never been there. We're never going to go back. We're all 14 of us are looking at the spot. Kurt's sleeping in the dirt like over there.
Standard.
He's going, every like 5 minutes. Then after that spot, he was good. He was fucking MVP every time. He's the best. We get back from the trip. Okay, now we're circling back. All these memories, that's just the first 2 days. Then it rained those 2 days. The next couple days we were there. It was sunny. We skated a bunch. Everybody got clips. We shot a bunch of stuff. Did a fucking footage party demo at Proof Lab with Jamie Thomas and Alyssa Steamer.
Got a bunch of free food.
That was so sick. It's super random. They're like, oh, it's raining super hard. Jamie hit up Kurt. He's like, oh, you guys should come over here. I just got this ramp to myself. They got a bunch of free food. You guys should come and put on like a show. We did a footage party demo there. It was pretty sick. Reggie shut it down. I have this back nose blunt photo where I like my arms just look like I'm a robot. We came back all the way on the drive home. It was like super hard to figure out gas money on the way home. Everybody was broke, and it was just bullshit. We were all mad at each other at the way home.
The homie Clint had to drive back from that thing too because somehow I got
There's so many videos and memories. It's true.
Jesus
he was
Christ,
bummed.
Hodge.
Anyways, we get back from the whole trip. We're in the Zero parking lot to drop off the van, get back in our cars, and drive home. Everybody met at Zero at the beginning of the trip because the van's there. We leave from there, get back there, boom. Anyways, somebody in the background, we're all just like kind of quiet, grabbing our bags. No one's really saying much. Just like, all right.
James.
And James all, thanks for the memories, Kurt. And it was like the most memorable line I've ever heard. It came out with like a rainbow over his head, like in Jesus and Mero's all, thanks for the memories, Kurt. And that's just like what you say to this dude because he just,
hey, anytime.
He's the best, dude.
Dude, that time reminds me of
the time when my brother had his like mental breakdown, and we were in Santa Cruz, and we had to sleep in the fucking car because we got kicked out?
It was kind of like that. Definitely kind of like that. Yeah, tell that one.
Dude, I don't remember. To be 100% honest with you, I don't really remember why we even went up there, but like we ended up in Santa Cruz at some point. We were in the Bay Area at some point.
I remember everything.
I don't remember. Like maybe you could fill that in, but like
I remember everything.
why did we go up there?
Okay, so little Eric had a friend named Will, or he probably still does. Little Eric's friend Will just started going to college up there. And
UC Santa Cruz.
UC Santa Cruz. And we were like, oh, Eric's like, oh, I'm going to go visit Will. And you and I were on like trip mode. We were driving to SF like all the time and like just doing random shit anyways. Well, let's make a trip out of it. And let's drive up there and skate. We could stay in his dorm room, maybe party with people and like skate some cool spots.
We brought Brock.
And we brought Punk Rock Brock. Wild card. He was the MVP of that trip.
He definitely was. He came through pretty fucking tough on that trip.
Shout out to fucking Punk Rock Brock. He's great.
Love you, Brock.
Brock McCombs. He's great. Yeah, so we went up there. We made a trip out of it because Eric was going to go.
Yep.
And we're like, oh, cool. We could stay in Will's dorm with his bros, his like little college bros, because you and I are a little older, you know what I mean?
A little older, but then also Santa Cruz had just built that new park.
Mm-hmm.
Where like it's the normal park.
Full pipe
Yeah,
one?
with the full pipe. The Ravens Park.
Ravens Park, yeah.
So we went up there on that trip, and halfway through the trip, it was going smooth, super smooth. Halfway through the trip, we were up there like 3 or 4 days. Your brother, Johan, who was going through it at the time,
for whatever reason,
linked up with us, and we were in the middle of like trying to party, meet girls, and like drink a bunch and go here and there. Johan,
party and skate.
Yeah, Johan was like didn't fit in with our crew at the time, and he was like standing out way too hard. He would go.
Does he now?
Huh? No, he was oblivious at the time. He was oblivious. He would go up to people and be like, "Hey," like he had like a huge pipe, like 3 times bigger than this one. And we were in this arcade, and he'd just go up to a girl and be like, "Hey, girl, you want to smoke some weed?" And
he's like, "It's legal. I got my card."
Put this in her face, and she'd be like, "Oh my god!" And we'd have to be like, "Whoa, sorry,
like,
whoa,
what the fuck are you doing?
Sorry,
bro?
do not talk to him. We are sorry. We're not hitting on you. Bye."
And then we like ended up at the boardwalk at some point, and we were like smoking. And he's like, "I'll fucking do what I want, bro. I fucking smoke weed." Like,
yeah. So we wanted to get a hotel room, but
all
all of a
hard
sudden,
on
with
weed.
him in the group, we were like, "Dude, we can't get a hotel."
well, because then like the whole thing was like, they were like, no, the whole thing too was like he said like, "Yo, can I come back to San Diego with you?" And I was like, it turned in from like he was supposed to just hang out with us for a couple hours to like, I guess I'm bringing you back to San Diego.
Now you're on the trip,
Yeah, now you're on the trip.
and
But
you
he
can't.
doesn't
It was
skate.
like almost like you can't say no. Type thing.
It's my brother. So
Yeah.
I was like, all right. And then so for the rest of the trip, we're like, yeah, we can't get a hotel. And then Eric hits up fucking Will and was like, hey, can we stay at
Your dorm?
your dorm or whatever?
He's like, "No."
Fuck no.
But he said yes. He ended up saying yes. And then like we walked up on like no, that was a different
Yeah,
trip.
no, yeah. Okay, so this is where it gets really intricate, and I remember this part.
Okay.
So we talked to Will. Will's like, "Yeah, come up. We're kind of hanging out. You can hang out all night, but you guys might have to sleep somewhere." And we're like, "Dude, we'll figure it out. By the time we're in there, we'll just be able to crash." You know what I mean? Somebody will fall asleep. Another person will fall asleep. Next thing you know, it's morning. We crash into your fucking place.
He had a huge fucking room.
He had a huge room.
Fucking
So in order to get to the dorms in Santa Cruz, you have to drive up this huge hill that's away from campus. But it's like almost gated. Excuse me. It's almost gated. So when you get to the top of the hill, there's like somebody that checks it, like, "Where's your permit, your student pass?" And if you don't have one, we drove to the top of this, couldn't get in, had to drive all the way back this hill, back down this hill. It's huge. Get to the bottom of the hill, we're at this bus stop. There it is. Get to this bus stop, and we're chilling at that bus stop for a long time because we heard there's a bus that can like take you straight past that thing.
Oh.
You remember this?
Vaguely.
Does
I
it
thought
sound?
it was like a pizza thing. Was that a different trip? Like I remember we had to like get in a pizza.
We're not even there yet, yo. We're not
okay,
even
yeah,
there.
yeah.
We found out like you could take this bus. There's like all these bus stops that take you up the hill because it's a big fucking like 3 mile hill. It's like going up to Hearst Castle. there's this like shuttle that takes you up the hill. It bypasses the security guard. So we're like, oh, we can just get on this. We got to park the car somewhere and walk. Walked up to this bus stop. It's super fucking far from where we parked. And we're all mad at this bus stop. It takes like an hour and a half for this shit to come. And we're just on the phone with Will. Before social media, I think MySpace was still like the hot shit. Facebook was still like kind of weird. We're talking to Will. We're like, dude, when is this thing going to come? He's like, it runs 24 hours. It just comes like it comes randomly. Just wait, dude. And we're like, all right. We try to get on that bus, and the bus was like, where's your IDs? And we're like, we don't have them. We're just trying to get up there to party. And they're like, nah. And they leave us. And we're like, what? Bo, by the way, is still here, guys. Bo the dog is still here. He's hanging out with Kurt.
He's inward sneezing right now.
Yeah. So yeah, we missed the bus.
Damn,
and we're all pissed.
I don't remember this at all.
And we're like, dude, fuck this. This trip is falling apart. A random car, minutes later, just ends up driving up, and he pulls up next to us. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? And we're like, hey, we're trying to get to the top of the hill. Where you going? He's like, oh, I'm delivering a pizza up there. You guys want to hop in? And we're like, shut up. He had like a stack of pizzas. He had a bunch of pizzas, and we had to pile in his shit. He had like a Toyota Tercel, like something mellow. And there was like 4 or 5 of us. And he lets us pile in. He's like, yeah, just hop in. He's a college kid, you know what I mean? He's like, yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. And we hop in, and he drops us off at that fucking protest/rave.
That was that one. Yeah. They like fucking, dude, these guys like locked themselves in the fucking library, and they wouldn't let anybody in. And then so they're like, yeah, we're fucking protesting.
Some students started a protest that night on campus or on the dorms or something at the dorm library. And that dude was delivering pizzas to that event. He's like, yeah, come on up. You guys are probably going to this. Hop in. Drops us off at that. And we're the only ones that are over 21, and we have like 65,000 beers on us. I had like a 12-pack in my jacket, in my sleeve, in my like cup, everywhere. Everywhere.
I forgot about this.
And we get to this party. I'm on stage. There's like 500 people.
Dude, he's like throwing beers up to the
people. There's all these people on the microphone like, yeah, fuck the man. I don't know what they were saying, but they were protesting something. They were protesting something. They were hella hot about something for sure. But I got on stage. I snuck on stage, and I was like up there, and I could tell they were younger. You know what I mean?
Shit, like, yo,
and they were like, some kid was like, I was up on stage like just drinking a beer, like being random. He's like, whoa, where'd you get beer from? Like, how old are you? I'm like 22. What the fuck? Leave me alone. And he's like, everybody here is like 18. And I was like, what? Started throwing beers in the fucking crowd, just pulling them out of my sleeve. We partied with all these kids.
Put on that turned into like a dance party.
Dude, it turned into this crazy dance party rave. It turned into like this crazy rave. That shit ended and got shut down. And again, we never made it to this dorm, but we link up with like 65, 70 of these kids. And they're like, let's walk down the hill to the cliff. And we don't know what they're fucking talking about. Yeah. We're like, yeah, follow them. I got 100 beers with me. Let's go. And all these like people are like, let me get a beer. I'm like, the coolest dudes there. You know what I mean? Because we all have beers on us. They take us to this sick cliff.
It was a soccer field. It was like soccer fields, and it was like overlooking. Like, dude, it was high enough where like the clouds sat in the fucking valley, and it was overlooking the clouds. It was crazy.
We were sitting with like this huge posse, and yeah, we were on this like edge of this field, and at the edge, it went down to the city of Santa Cruz, but the clouds were above the city, and we were just above the clouds and looking at the clouds just glowing, and we were partying so fucking hard in that field. And that was so sick.
And my brother was being chill like the whole time.
He took the back seat by that time.
He was like super mellow. He was having a good time all of a sudden. And then like we left that soccer field, went to go stay at this dude's dorm. Somewhere between the dorm and us being in there. Like at one point we were in there. We were sleeping. We were laid down. We were about to go to sleep. Lights off. Like everything. And then my brother did something.
Okay. We were
what
like,
did he
dude,
do?
Party's over. We ended up having to pile back in his avalanche. Party's over. Had to pile back in his avalanche.
No. Like, we made it back to the dorms. I remember being in the room. We were laid out sleeping, but my brother, like, did something and fucked it up, and that's why we got kicked out of the dorms to walk back to the avalanche.
Yeah, I was blacked out for that part. I don't remember that part. Okay, so
I couldn't tell you what happened, though, but, like, we ended up back at the car.
Probably shoved a pipe in somebody's face.
Yeah, he did something weird for sure.
He
He was
did something weird
vibing
for
everybody out for sure. I remember like coming to being in your truck, being front seat, me, Brock, Eric, and you being in the car, and then all of a sudden we all like we're half sleeping in the car, just piled, and all of a sudden we hear somebody screaming like barbaric yell like "Rah!" in the middle of the street, like behind us, over and over and over again, and we're like, "What the fuck is going on?" We parked in some sketchy street. We don't know where we're at.
Wait. You skipped a huge part here,
I don't know.
dude. Okay.
Was he clipping his toenails in the car or something?
No.
I remember that shit.
No.
I remember that happening too.
I don't remember that. But that's fucking disgusting.
I remember him
But,
clipping
like,
his fucking toenails in the truck.
Bro, we drove to the skate park because that was like we ended up finding like a street that was like underneath a tree that we could just that was somewhere dark. My brother was in the car. Everybody was super mad at my brother because he fucked it up for everybody. And then like I was just sitting there, I was just like, whatever, Johan, just shut the fuck up, bro. And like you and Eric and Brock are in the back. And my brother, for some reason, gets super mad that we're all mad at him. And then he got out of the car and like rolled around in the dirt and started doing like dirt angels. Not like a snow angel, but like a dirt angel.
Oh my god!
Then he was just like rolling around. And then Eric, even though he was super mad, he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, bro?" He's like, "Your brother's just fucking rolling around in the dirt out there." And I was like, and we all started laughing. And I was like, "I don't know, bro. I'm like, I'm not even gonna try to fucking like."
You know, Eric's like super cold cocked and like his delivery is dead serious.
Dude, yeah, it was like it was very hilarious.
You
the way he
fucking
did
kidding
it.
me? You fucking kidding me? He's dead serious. Like,
Dude, my brother
so
ends
funny.
up like walking off and then disappears for the night.
Yeah, he disappeared for a while.
He disappeared for the whole night, and we were like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Dude, we can't deal with him. Like, just fuck it, whatever." But then in the middle of the night, this is when we thought it was my brother. It was not my brother. It was just a random fucking crazy person, and they came up on the car and like hit the car, and like we're like looking in the windows, and like Derm woke up in the middle because Derm is sitting in the front seat of the Avalanche with me.
So
And like
hammered for
he's
this.
just like, "Dude, if this dude literally tries to open the door, I don't know what I'm gonna do." But he was still staying like this as he's saying, "I don't know what I'm gonna do."
Hasn't
like,
gotten up.
like his head is just like cocked over to the front, like he's like, "I don't know what's gonna happen, but I don't want him to open my door." And I was like, "Don't move, just
I'm gonna bite eyeballs out. You know what I mean? I'm gonna bite your nose off. Like if it came down to it, I'm gonna get so crazy like aborigine on you. Like it's gonna be insane.
Dude, my brother was gone until like the midday the next day. We woke up and we like went to the skate park, and then Brock, he was like, "Where do you think your brother is?" I was like, "Honestly, at noon, we're next to the boardwalk." I was like, "I'd probably check a bar." And he was like, "All right." So me, Eric, and Derm skate Santa Cruz Park. Wake up first thing in the morning, skate Santa Cruz Park. Brock comes back with my brother maybe like an hour later, and he was like, "I found him in a bar."
Wow.
He was just chilling in like the like
Blurry trip.
dude, it was
crazy.
Very
and
blurry trip.
Then we like got him to take a photo of us on the boardwalk, and that was like the only photo we had of the trip.
He ruined the whole trip.
He ruined the entire trip.
Damn.
It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
I did see Brock fucking rip the pool at Santa Cruz Park though.
He did.
He had his board with him, which he never does anymore, but he had it with him, and he was fucking ruling that pool for real. And if you think that dude can't skate, or like you've never seen him skate, that dude can fucking skate for real. He was fucking that pool up. The one with the full pipe.
Yeah.
That Raven always skates. He was fucking it up, dude.
That was a good
Cowboy boots.
Like
Dude,
scratch
but
grinding,
like-
but scratching far. Like
Wait, Derm though. Remember the ride home? Do you remember the ride home, bro? My brother. I'm not trying to say this to like shit on my brother, but it was just because it was part of the story.
Fuck you, yo.
It's not even like that. But like, kind of. But
he was
but,
clipping his toenails in the truck.
I don't
That's
remember that.
unacceptable,
Yeah,
by
fuck
the
that.
way.
I don't remember
Somebody should have
that.
stopped that.
I do remember like we were all chilling in the car, and like we're like doing the thing. We're driving on the 5. It's super quiet. I think there's even like some mellow music on. These guys might have all been asleep.
You know, it's all Kansas in the middle of California.
Dude,
Yeah.
this motherfucker goes to take his pipe out. He takes a rip and he blows it out. I'm like, whatever. And then we're like just chilling. Nobody's talking. And out of nowhere, he just like just starts screaming in the front seat. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? And everybody wakes up and just looks at him like, he's like, fuck, man. And it's just like, oh my God. Like, dude, what the fuck is going on?
I do recall this.
It was the gnarliest shit. It was just like, at this point, it was like, bro, We just need to get back to San Diego. Like,
Yeah.
I just need to get my friends home.
So wait, maybe I spaced out at the start of this. Why did your brother go on the trip?
I don't know, bro. I don't know why
'Cause-
he.
Wait, was
ended
he up
with
there
us.
already?
'Cause
He
you
well, he
couldn't
lives
say
up there.
no?
Yeah, yeah.
I like no.
You
That's what.
felt
That's
obliged?
I did say this. This is what I was saying. Like
Okay.
we were in San Francisco for like a day, and at that time I think he was still living in the city.
And he came to just link up.
He came to link up, but he didn't leave. And he's like, "Hey, can I come with you back to San Diego?" And I was just like, "Yeah, sure, I guess." Like,
Yeah.
you know, my brother is like an interesting motherfucker.
There's no space.
Yeah.
There's no space.
Is he still with that one chick?
I don't know.
God, they were crazy.
Yeah.
At the wedding.
Yeah,
I
dude.
remember.
Dude,
Yeah.
She was
fucked.
crazy.
I don't know, bro. We haven't spoken since the wedding.
Yeah. I felt like a bet.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's a lot to deal with.
Yeah.
You know,
They were
love
talking about
him.
getting married, and it was like,
Oh no, they got married.
oh yeah, they did like the whole.
Elopement.
I don't know.
They did like what was fucking
Like a
punk
spirit-
steam theme.
Oh, did they?
Steampunk theme fucking wedding he was telling me about.
Oh.
Did he really?
I don't know. I
don't
think
know
so.
either. I have to ask my mom. I have to ask my mom about this.
Yeah.
Damn.
I could see him doing that though.
That
That chick was crazy though. I remember that.
She's fucking. That lady is nuts,
I just remember like lipstick.
dude. All over her face,
Yeah.
and just disappearing
I
for
thought
hours.
she was like laying and rolling around in the grass.
She
She
did.
was.
She's doing but I was just like, I
Bro,
don't know
she
what's going
did,
on
bro.
right now.
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah.
that's what I'm saying.
It's interpretive dance. I
They're on
think.
some other shit.
Dude, the next
Yeah.
day,
Hawaiian ice.
I had asked. I was like, did anybody get cut off? And like, three people got cut off. Two of them were my brother and his wife.
Yeah.
Two of the three people that got cut off at the wedding.
I remember somebody had like an episode, and an ambulance was called, right?
Yeah. It wasn't an episode. She fainted because she was dehydrated.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it was like the table right next to me. I
Yeah.
think it was the wife or something.
It was a wife of like one of the cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I
she
remember.
stood up too fast or something like that, and she was super dehydrated, so she fucking passed out. Done.
Okay.
Like it
That
was
was crazy.
crazy. Yeah.
It
Never
was-
a dull moment.
Wasn't even hot.
Wait, what wasn't hot?
The day. It
Oh.
was beautiful. It was a beautiful day out there. In
I thought you were
Waimea.
hating on her looks. I was like, damn, Ray, that's fucked up.
No.
Fainted ugly bitch.
I was it was a nice, cool day.
Damn.
It's nice and cloudy up there.
Damn. It was super cloudy that day.
Yeah.
It was nice.
That's how it was the entire time I was in Waimea.
Yeah, whatever.
No, I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Hawaiian hammered.
Hawaiian hammered.
That was
Hey,
fun.
dude, that was a lot of fun. That was a good time.
I
That
didn't.
was the most turned up rap party ever.
I never got cut off. The
You
bar.
definitely didn't get cut off.
The bartenders were hyped on me.
Dude. Dude, I remember at one point I was just smoking a joint like underneath the thing, and I was like, I don't give a fuck who sees me right now. And I was just like,
Yeah.
I was just standing there in my suit. I was like,
Yeah, your suit was so good. I'd just fucking do anything in that. I'd be doing lines of blow in front of my family with that suit. Yeah.
It was
Fuck,
pretty-
you can't
it was
touch
pretty
me,
spot
motherfucker.
on. Yeah.
it's like, you can't touch me in this suit, bitch.
Yeah.
This suit is sexy. Whatever though, it's past. I mean, if it ever happens again, it'll be way sicker than that. It'll be turned.
I'll be there.
Yeah, you'll definitely be there. All you guys will definitely be there if that ever happens again.
Damn, I wonder what it's like to be married.
Yeah.
We're not
See,
gonna
you
talk.
can't even
we're not
like you
gonna-
can't even say some shit like that. Like that's fucked up. That's fucked up. All right, boys. I think it's a good spot to leave it at. It's been 140. Wow, it's been an hour and 46 minutes.
Talking about nothing.
About nothing. But it's a good time because I got to spend it with you guys. I got to have some beers, and we're about to smoke the spliff, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And I love all of you guys very, very much. I appreciate you guys all coming through and taking some time to talk about your lives and good stories. And I wish nothing but the best for you guys in the end of the year for 2021 and all of the best into 2022.
Yeah, happy to be here for sure. Happy to support you always, forever,
Yeah.
the rest of your life, and just be a part of this. Definitely, no one listens or everyone listens. I just
We're international, baby.
hey,
Caffeine and green is what it is.
I'm just stoked to be a part of it and stoked to be your friend, man.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
OG. Love you.
Proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of
See
you
you
too.
next year.
Dude,
What's
Hey.
At the end, right?
what's everybody doing for New Year's?
what are you doing for New Year's?
I'm going to Livewire.
I bet
Tonight.
You're gonna end up at Live Wire at some
Tonight
point.
for New Year's.
Oh,
You're gonna go tonight?
what are you gonna do?
I
Friday?
have to skate past it.
Nah.
So yeah,
Do you want company? Or are you just gonna go by yourself?
everyone should come
Okay, that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna Live
except
Wire right
Kurt.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
Can I
You don't have
just
to work
crash down
tomorrow.
here?
Be proactive.
You can definitely crash down
No,
here.
I do.
You can crash on the couch if you
My
want.
house is
It's so cold at night.
It's pretty warm in here. With the blankets, it's nice.
We have more blankets.
Anyways,
Yeah.
love you, Kano.
I love you too, guys.
Yeah. Much love, all.
Thank you guys so much for listening. 2021, this is a wrap. And 2022, baby, let's go. Let's get it.
We're kidnapping Kurt.
Peace. Yes, thank you so much, guys. That was a really, really fun conversation. And Hodge, Ray, and Derm, guys, thank you so much for coming to the show and just wrapping up the year with me. I appreciate all of you so much, and I just love that conversation. Yes. And guys, for the final time this year, I just want to say thank you again to everybody around the world who continues to support Caffeine and Green week in, week out, whether you're getting the coffee, listening to the podcast, sharing the podcast with anybody, whatever. I appreciate every single one of you. Germany, Britain, Poland, like, yo, I see all you guys. Netherlands, I appreciate you guys so much. Brazil, Australia, guys, Canada, Mexico, love you. States, all day. Love y'all. Thank you all so much for the support. Couldn't have done it without you guys. 2022, baby. We're coming. Caffeine and Green is what it is. I will see y'all next year. Peace.